Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I did tell you that we would be back to watch AEW Double or Nothing watch along. Well, we're only going to be watching the kickoff show, and we will be watching NXT Battleground, of course. Righty then. Wait for some people to get in there.
Oh, let me do that. No, don't do.
Right, what do we have here? 10. What? It was scheduled for 10:30. Well, what the fuck's going on there then? Is it not for 11:30 normally? Not sure. Right. We have some people to get in there. It's gonna be a long ass stream. I can feel it. Did you lot enjoy the Man City versus Fulham watch along earlier? And yes, I'm in the same kit I was earlier. What a weirdo I am, yes. Alright. Well, what should I do? What should I do? While we wait for AEW to start. I suppose it is 11:30 because it does say 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on there. Watch the might as well watch the preview for the show.
Mr. Hot.
Oh no. Pirites starts to work in.
Got to quickly shut it
Welcome
live.
everyone to AEW Unrestricted, the official podcast of all.
In life, there is a constant conflict between what is absolutely necessary to some and what are the mere wishes of others.
I think we want to cause a little bit of anarchy in the arena. We don't know what to expect, but we know it will be wild.
Most violent match in the history of All Elite Wrestling. Anarchy in All Elite Wrestling would be an improvement. Complete and total anarchy would be a step up.
Anarchy in the arena, no rules.
The want versus the need.
The 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Tournament.
I'm a global champion, but I want all the gold.
Make sure we get those likes, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes.
You say money
changes everything.
Jamie Hayter in the finals.
Money makes you weak.
Sights set on All In Texas, with the winner of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament will challenge for the AEW World Championship.
And I need that. This isn't about your redemption. This is about my ascension.
Hangman will meet Ospreay in the desert.
And when these opposing
I'm
forces
only
clash,
watching the buy-in to this just because there's nothing for me to do for the next 2 hours or something.
only one can outweigh
Unless
the
I watch
other.
Battleground from last year.
In the art of violence, we find truth.
Anarchy in the arena.
You guys want anarchy? Anarchy in All Elite Wrestling would be an improvement over this fake, full of...
What would you do to protect your life's work?
It's the freaking box.
John Moxley, we've got more in common than you think. Are you willing to lose a relationship with coworkers and your friends? You want to see that locker room rise to the occasion. You want to change the world, just like us.
difference between a professional and all these amateurs. Professionals hold standards.
Could you imagine the team synergy if the Death Riders and the Elite worked together as one?
It's time to take this job a little more serious.
It's time to change the world, baby! John Moxley, the world champion, and the AEW founding fathers together?
Complete and total anarchy would be a step up.
This is unconscionable.
In the art of violence, on the canvas that we paint, we find truth. And we find out exactly who you are.
Abandon all hope. The numbers
I
of
feel,
the Death Riders
I
once
feel like
again
Double Nothing might
allowing
actually be
them
quite
to
good
take
tonight.
advantage of the path
I've seen the
of
card, it looks
destruction
decent.
The Death Riders have waged over AEW. Mox!
The list of people who want to put an end to the Death Riders just keeps getting longer and longer.
Just hoping Battlegrounds can also be
Create chaos
decent
everywhere that you go.
tonight as well.
Benefit from the distress that you have reaped. I think this is a multi-pronged convergence of interests
Oh,
here.
shit, what are
The
they?
Bucks having the back of the AEW World Champion John Moxley. Kenny Omega, he is spoiling for a fight. An abuse of power, taking advantage of the situation here. Swerve is here.
I think we want to cause a little bit of anarchy. Double or nothing. Anarchy in the arena.
Swerve Strickland throwing out the challenge for double or nothing. Anarchy in the arena.
Mate, Anarchy in the Arena tonight is
Maybe this was the
fucking
antidote
mental.
all along. To combat the Death Riders, Team AEW needs to present a united front. And months of frustration for Rena and Willis. Katsuya Shibata, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse House, Swerve Strickland, Kenny Omega, and Willow Nightingale are out for blood.
While anarchy settles deep scores, prestige creates opportunity. The appetite for acquisition can be stopped by a resurgent will.
The Hearts have done so much in professional wrestling, but it's not about them anymore. It's about me and my legacy.
I am here to lead a woman's global revolution.
Nobody knows how to shake the table like Mercedes. Monday.
Let's get some people in there, let's get some people in there. Share the live, share the live. We need some people in here.
At AEW.
Did not take the CEO long to find gold around her waist.
I have done everything that I said I was going to do. I have gone around the globe, giving women's wrestling a chance to shine. I am the greatest for a reason.
Just so confident And I think that's a major reason why she's
Alright, we got to get my
all
boy
those
Stan back in there.
championships.
I came here and I got the TBS championship. Then I got the New Japan Strongman championship. I went all the way to the Tokyo Dome and got the Red Pro British Strongman championship. I am a global champion for a reason. The only thing I haven't done yet is hold all the gold.
Mercedes Moné not content because her design's set on the AEW Women's World Championship.
After I defeat Jamie Hayter at Double or Nothing, and then I go on to All
Man,
In
that
in
Queen
Texas,
of the South
my
Championship
legacy
actually
can
looks
never
fucking
be
ugly. Oh my
undone.
god.
I deserve
Never
to be
realised
the
how ugly it
AEW
looks.
Women's World Champion. I am the CEO. So Jamie, who are you? Somebody that probably shouldn't have ever made it.
Haterade!
I don't know how I got to that point, but I did.
We have a new AEW Women's World Champion.
That validated me as a wrestler. It validated my existence.
The spotlight belongs on Jamie Hayter.
And then it all came crashing down.
Holy shit, who remembers when AEW had red, white and blue ropes?
And everybody knew it.
Just sitting on there, I was like, why do you have
Put
that?
her on the shelf for 15 months.
I didn't even think I, at that point, wanted to come back to wrestling. I was in so much pain constantly. What was the point? What did it all mean? Was it even worth it? Missing All in London it sucked. I was meant to defend my belt in my home country, and I wanted to come back and show everyone who I was.
The former Women's World Champion is back. The ring belongs to the returning Jamie Hayter.
It was a good moment, but coming off such a long injury, it was a tough go. This tournament has meant to me that I really should be in this division. All of the pain, all of the upset, all the sadness, it was worth it. It was worth coming back for. I win the Owen Hart Cup tournament for an opportunity to win back the AEW Women's World Championship. That's something I only dreamed of. Who is this Jamie Hayter? A wannabe hippie girl? What are you doing for the division, huh? Who have you beaten in the last year? Jamie, you think you can just walk back in here a year later and get an opportunity to go to All In, the grandest show of them all? Not when Mercedes Moné is here.
Mercedes Moné punching
Oh
her
my
ticket
god,
to
let's
the
go,
final.
Stan! You're back. How are you, mate?
Woman that we know. I've beaten the
It's been
women here
it's
in
been a couple hours, do you think?
women all over the globe. I don't have her accolades, her star power. What I do have is integrity, grit.
Still wearing the same clothes from earlier?
One,
Bloody hell.
because every time I step into that ring, I change the game. I'll be damned if Owen Hart
Yeah,
is representing
I'm watching the buy-in for AEW Double or Nothing, then we're watching NXT Battleground when that starts at 1.
I am the greatest. This isn't about gold.
So we've got a bit of wrestling to watch
This is
tonight.
about showing her that
We
she
go.
isn't
What was
untouchable.
the reason left over?
Double or Nothing is the most important match to me. And then
I just want to end the day because I had to do some stuff afterwards. But now I'm here again for tonight. Yeah, bit of a just felt like going live. Do you think? My mate, he bailed out on me, so I'm watching this all alone. So I thought, should I go live with the beautiful people of YouTube?
Can a determination for redemption
So
bring
yeah,
down
that's
a
what I'm
certain rise?
I think of my time in AEW and I'm so proud of the first few years, you know?
What a moment for this young man from
I'm the only
Virginia.
person awake
Daddy's
though.
coming home as a champion.
Alfie's awake, he's
But
on
2023 something
Roblox, I
happened to
think.
me that turned my life upside down.
It's not always you. It pays for your actions.
Reggie has gone to his mate's house and like,
Man, I was mad and I was ashamed of it.
make sure he doesn't
Because
like
it felt like my
eat
fault.
the
You know, I
house.
should have been there.
What kind of man would that make you?
Something had to be done about it. And I did.
I will burn his world to the ground. What the hell's wrong with him?
It didn't give me joy or happiness or closure. It just gave me nothing. I think about so many people that have paid the price for who I've been. Am I full of rage, anger?
Yeah, I know it did.
I will win.
Hello, other person. How are you?
Will you want to be the world champion?
Please like message in the chat so I know who you are.
I will go on to
Just
challenge
wondering.
and become
Just
the
wondering
next
who you
world champion. But for me, this is my life.
Hangman will meet Ospreay in the desert.
I need to know that I can be the father that I am supposed to be. I need to know that I can be the husband that I am supposed to be. And I need to know that I can still be the man that I need to be, the man who can hold the AEW World
What time is it?
Championship, because it is the most important
20
thing
past. Right, we've got 10 minutes until the buy-in does start. Fuck, why not? Fuck me. Oh. Man United verbally agreed to sign Cunha. Shit. Again, here we go. For Cunha to United, that's crazy. What else do we have in there? Who's just putting this thing? I've been a bit bored, to be honest. I've done nothing for the past hour, just staring at the ceiling. I'm like, that sounds pretty normal.
I don't need this. This isn't about your redemption. This is about my ascension. I've been wanting this for so long. I think it's because people don't think I can be that guy.
Ospreay has punched his ticket to Double or Nothing.
Here I am, literally spitting distance away, and you think a cowboy is going to stand in front of me? Bruv, I'm a chap from Essex. You brought a gun to a knife party, Ross, man. We look down the barrel of that pistol, and we say, fire away. The first morning, I walked in that place, I showed everyone what professionalism was.
That's a tremendous victory for Will Ospreay.
Second time I came around, that was just me putting my flag in the ground and just saying, if anyone thinks that they're better than me,
Here it is.
I walked out with the AEW International Championship.
Here we go. Oh, well, I'll be community champion right here.
Strapped around my waist.
I know Stan knows this, but to the other person who's watching the stream,
the greatest professional wrestlers right now.
not lie, it would be an absolute shock if Faith could make a say. Well, to the other person watching the stream, Stan really knows this, but I'm a...
country in the world right now. It's always been. I say that with confidence.
It's fucking
I say that
Alfie.
with love. I say that with
Right,
gratitude.
yeah, I'm a professional wrestler. I'm currently held a championship in one position. And yeah.
Will Ospreay, Hangman Adam Page in the finals of the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation.
This is what I'm saying. Right, Stan, it's the best prize ever. Yes, I still have it in my possession. I actually don't know how long I've got it for. Oh, looking shiny as always. Yeah, it is. Look at that thing. Bloody hell. Beautiful thing, isn't it?
I've been doing all of your jobs. This is my game now. You're in deep waters with a great white shark.
Alright, we are going to put on the dingy bob now. I can't imagine I'll start on the river now. Alright, any questions? I can see the TV in the section about. Yeah, you know it's a good belt when you can do that. Shiny. Damn, someone won the ITO Pro Wrestling shirt. That's crazy. Hangman Page shirt doesn't really look good. We have 4 minutes until supposedly this starts. That's crazy to think. Forest finished 17th last season. They finished 7th. What are you watching right now? I forgot what I came in. We're watching AEW Fight for Everyone. I keep saying that. We're watching AEW Double Nothing first, and then we're watching NXT Battleground. And NXT starts at 1. So we're just watching this to pass the time. I actually didn't tell you the final score I had for my FPL. Let's check that quickly. We've got 3 minutes to go. Don't know why. Today felt very interesting as a final day. A very interesting final day. It didn't really feel like a final day to me. Right. I finished with 64 points. Fair enough. David Raya with 2. Concert with 1. Whoever that. The Donny who's going to Real Madrid 4. Wan-Bissaka 5. Kiwar 2. Mbeumo 8. Bowen 26. Salah 10. Eze 3. Evan Elson 2. And Wissa 1. I feel like it was actually a good call for me to captain Jared Bowen. He's actually been putting up decent numbers in the Prem lately, so I'll just threw him in there. But actually, let me check. As we got 2 more minutes till AEW starts. I'll quickly check Club World Cup fixtures. So we're going. What's that? Shiny. Right, so oh shit, we're starting. It's on. Shit. Oh my lord, I can't hear the flipping dude dive. My sister got the TV as well. That's crazy. Right. 18th of June, we have Wyatt Casablanca, whoever they are. 23rd of June, we have Al-An. And then 26th of June, we have Juventus. Those are, well, first 3. Well, did you say pre-season games? I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. Would you say pre-season? I don't know. I would say postseason games, but that ain't really a thing, is it? Here we go. I've got it in live now.
Women's World Championship match at All In. Will it be Jamie Hayter or Mercedes Moné?
And who will even be the women's champion come All In Texas? Because tonight, Toni Storm puts all of her gold on the line as she faces Nina Shirakawa.
And then 10 men and two women are gonna tear this entire place up. There's only one match that can hold them. It is Anarchy in the Arena.
And this is the buy-in for Double or Nothing.
The fact that John Moxley's been AEW World Champion through all of this, and he is barely, like, acknowledged that he's champion.
Hello,
Crazy.
everybody. Welcome to the buy-in for Double or Nothing. I am Renee Paquette, this guy right here, RJ City.
Hello, everybody,
Hi.
and much like Poltergeist 2, we are in Phoenix, and we do not know why, but I'll tell you something, this place will never be the same after
It
tonight.
never will be the same. We've got Double J, Jeff Jarrett in the house with us
Let me
tonight.
check here.
Movie reference. I can't wait. The
What was I looking
buy-in.
for?
Double or nothing. We've got nothing but numbers tonight. That's right. Double J out there in the back.
Little
It's
love
the
and
fourth
respect.
Anarchy in the Arena, the fourth Owen. There's been
What was
four
all
major
this search?
surprises over
Oh.
the years here. I can't wait. It's our 7th annual.
Oh, yes.
Jay, no more dated references.
No more, no more. All right, guys, before we get into all of the business here tonight, we want to give a special shout out to our own Jim Ross, who recently had announced his battle with cancer. Sending so much love to Jim Ross, to his family, one of the absolute best to ever do this. Jim, can't wait to hear you back on the call again.
Prayers up, JR.
That's right. All right, how are we able to watch a pay-per-view here tonight, RJ?
You are in the United States. You can watch Double or Nothing on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
You can also watch it on YouTube.
Fuck, what's the website called where they've got all the thingies?
You can watch it in demand through traditional cable and satellite providers.
Many options.
And if you want to play skee ball while doing it, you can watch it at Dave and Buster's.
And if you guys are watching internationally, you guys can also watch on ppv.com, youtube.com,
I
as well
don't know
as
what it
Prime
is.
Video. We have the QR code
Yeah, I'm
up
watching
there for you
it.
guys,
I'm
and we'll
watching
have
just
that
do it.
throughout the night for you guys, so you can join us, because all the action starts right here on the buy-in, because it is my new favorite tag team, Anna Jay and Harley Cameron, taking on the Megasis, Megan Bain and Penelope Ford.
And then batten down the hatches, because everybody's going to fly in this 8-man tag. RPG Vice teams with the crew to take on Bandito, AR Fox, Commander, and Hologram.
And then live on pay-per-view for Double or Nothing, who will win the Owen Cup and challenge for the AEW World Title? We've got Hangman Adam Page taking on Will Ospreay.
And the CEO is attempting to collect all the gold, including the Owen Cup, but destiny might await Jamie Hayter.
And who is going to be
How's
the
been-
champion at
how's
All In?
Mox been
Toni Storm
champ?
puts her gold on the line against
Check
Mina
here.
Shirakawa, one-on-one.
221 days. How many
Very
times have you
simple.
fucking
Beat
defended the
your
belt?
man, put him on a stretcher, throw him in an ambulance, and close the door. But will it be Mark Briscoe or Ricochet?
And we've got Paragon, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong taking on these members of the Don Callis crew: Takeshita, Josh Alexander,
Since when
and
was
Kyle
these three called the
Fletcher.
Paragon?
And then the Sons of Texas are out of state, and they must be out of their element as they try to take the AEW Tag Team Championships away from the Hurt Syndicate.
And the legendary Nigel McGuinness steps back into the ring, teaming up with Daniel Garcia to take on one of the best tag teams of all time. Just ask them, FTR.
And then will a Speedball work in the ring? We're gonna find out tonight as Speedball Mike Bailey tries to take the Continental Championship away from Okada.
And it is possibly one of the most destructive groups of people to enter the Desert Diamond Arena. Tonight, it is guaranteed to be absolute anarchy.
In the art of violence, you find truth. As for anarchy, anarchy in All Elite Wrestling would be an improvement.
John Moxley, we've got more in common than you think.
This is a multi-pronged convergence of interests here. The Bucks having the back of the AEW World Champion, John Moxley. The path of destruction. The Death Riders have waged over AEW.
The list of people who want to put an end to the
I'm
Death
gonna
Riders just
be
keeps getting
the same
longer
as this from last
and
time in
longer.
the next show. Yes, there is. The same people. Hopefully there'll be more new people there. I don't think there will, but yeah, it'll be the same people from last time.
Double or nothing. We hate
Because I know you enjoyed the last show that you saw me wrestle.
of the spirit.
Mate, that was an epic night,
We're
wasn't
gonna
it?
paint it. You know what?
See me win the belt.
You want violence? We'll show you violence. You want anarchy? Let's show you some mother effing anarchy.
Here to help us break down the anarchy,
Prince
none
Nana.
other than Prince Nana. Let me just start by saying, personally, I'm very afraid for tonight.
Listen, you're afraid?
Yes.
I have butterflies in my stomach, and I'm not physically in the match, Renee. I feel like throwing up thinking about the Anarchy match, huh?
Can you talk to me a little bit about Swerve going into this match? Obviously, you've been with him earlier today, kind of seeing what his mindset is heading into a match like this. Like, how do you even prepare for what you don't even know what's going to happen?
You prepare like
These
you're
lunatics.
going in, you're preparing like you're going in for war, Renee.
Sure.
Jeff Jarrett has been to war before. Have you seen some of his classics?
I have.
That's exactly what Swerve is going to do. He's going to focus on making sure that the Young Bucks get the revenge that they deserve and everyone else that's backing them in the match tonight.
RJ, talk to me about this pairing of the Young Bucks with the Death Riders. I mean, what is this relationship status? Do you know?
I have to say, it's almost like our EVPs are like the corrupt mayors who've
No, I don't
handed
think
over the crown
Sassy
to the
Bear will be there.
Outlaws. I mean, the fix is in.
I think
they
he's got a
realize it's
show on
better
it
to
though,
be
or
with the
something.
Death Riders,
Sure.
instead of without them. I mean, you can certainly talk to Brian Danielson, you can talk to Darby Allin, you can talk to Chuck Taylor. They've left a lot of bodies in their path, and the Bucks don't want any part of that.
Yeah.
And I tend to agree with
No,
them.
an absolute wake of destruction, and that bearing in mind, our first time seeing
Oh
women
no, sad,
in
isn't it?
Anarchy in the
I
arena.
think I'm
Willow
doing a
Nightingale,
battle royal
along
on
with
that day or something.
Marina Shafir.
I'm not really sure
Who
what I'm
are we
doing yet.
more afraid of at this point? I mean, we've seen Willow in these deathmatch situations, street fights, and Marina Shafir's absolutely terrifying.
Well, guess what? This is, I don't like the numbers here, or I do like the numbers. I don't like your odds, Nana.
Oh.
It's a 12-man, you can call it a mixed tag, but the only people who have experience are the Death Riders and the Bucks.
Yep.
It spells I'm telling you, you guys are taking the loss.
Jeff, I've been a wrestler for 20 years in the business.
That's right.
20 years wrestling on the independents and some of the big time, all right? Tonight, Swerve is going to step into the shoes of the legend, all right, with all of his teammates, and we're going to take this all the way to the top. It's going to be a gruesome, bloody, extreme match. Everybody better open their eyes for this one.
Now, nobody shows up to Anarchy in the arena empty-handed.
No.
Can you give maybe a hint at some of the
Have you
weaponry
seen-
we've seen tonight?
See
My
any
little
back
first
there?
match on this card will be if there's any.
Get some shoes in here.
There should be pre-show matches. They always have pre-show matches.
Don't let me put those shoes in your face. That's
That
all
is
I have
the
to
answer.
say, all right?
That new shoe collaboration,
Go
Swerve
pick it
Strickland
up.
with Allen Iverson. We've got more information on that
I
coming
don't
up tonight.
care.
Remind the
I
people
am
how to watch,
I'm
RJ. How can
already
people
fine.
watch
In the
Anarchy?
United States, you want to see more of Prince Nana, you can do so on the Amazon Prime, YouTube, ppv.com, in demand through
You better
traditional
get
cable
your
and
dancing
satellite
in there,
providers,
Nana.
and Dave & Buster's, Renee.
And then
Sorry, Jeff.
internationally on ppv.com,
I'm sorry,
youtube.com, as well as Prime Video. All right, guys, one of these men will be heading into face John Moxley for the AEW World Championship. Come all in, but tonight is
I know,
all about
that's
double or
how I've
nothing.
been feeling
The finals
for
of
a
the
long
Owen Hart
time
Foundation,
watching
Will
wrestling
Ospreay
shows.
versus Hangman Adam Page.
Midway
And then we
for a
continue
show, I'll be
the
like,
legacy of the great Owen Hart through either Mercedes Moné or Jamie
this show, I'll be like that,
This one
maybe
has
after a
gotten
match.
very heated. Let's
Like,
take a look at
no
how.
offense to Selena Vega, but I always thought the same during the match. So I don't know.
Something that I honestly never thought would happen. I lost that championship because I was hurt, and everybody knew it.
Hayter was battling a shoulder injury that put her on the shelf for 15 months.
I was meant to defend in my home country, and then it all came crashing down. This is the opportunity to show everybody this is Jamie Hayter. This is the Jamie Hayter I recognize. After I beat Mercedes Moné, she's gonna know just who Jamie Hayter is.
Who is this Jamie Hayter? What are you doing for the division, huh? Who have you beaten in the last year? Jamie, you think you could just walk back in here a year later and get an opportunity to go to All In? Not when Mercedes is here. The Hearts have done
I hate
so
this cough,
much
man.
in
It makes my
professional
throat
wrestling,
like
but
burn.
it's not about them anymore. It's about me and my
I don't know if any of you have that or
I
not.
am here to lead
Like,
a
where you have
women's
coughs that
global
make your throat burn.
revolution.
I'll be damned if Owen Hart's legacy is represented by Mercedes Moné.
Hayter hits hard.
Then when I head to All In and win back my World championship. I'm going to show everybody that Jamie Hayter is back.
Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné in the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament.
You're going to learn
Nobody is gonna stop the money train.
that Hayter hits harder.
Madison Rain is here to help us break down all things ladies action tonight for the Owen Hart Foundation Finals. Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Moné for the first time ever. Seeing these women go one-on-one, what are you expecting? I mean, I know you get to spend a lot more time in that locker room with those ladies, seeing how things are going. How's it feeling right now?
It feels tense tonight, Renee. I'm nervous.
Yes.
I'm nervous to see this match. I'm nervous to see how it all plays out. You know, Jamie Hayter knows what it takes to be a champion, but Mercedes is a current active champion. She's literally been all over the world. It's really hard for me at this point to bet against Mercedes.
I have to say, though, Mercedes is not impervious. She just lost the New Japan Strong title to Azumi.
Mercedes Moné actually just making her way into the building right now. We've got a little action of Mercedes. There's 3-belt Moné making her way inside the Desert Diamond Arena here tonight. But yeah, I mean, losing that New Japan Strong Women's Championship, has that put her on any bit of shaky ground, knocked her confidence down the slightest?
What I've learned about Mercedes in the last few months is that she is fueled by everything that happens to her. I don't think that this is a setback, losing a title. I mean, look at her. She's still adorned with titles.
Yep.
I think, if anything, this fuels her to do everything in her power tonight to not lose another championship.
And this is a huge opportunity for Jamie Hayter, because we heard from her last week, her saying if she doesn't get this done tonight, it's back the line for her. Where does she go? Where does she plant her feet after this? Does she just kind of dwindle away after this?
And that's why I have butterflies tonight, Renee, because perfect, exactly what you said. Jamie knows what's at stake for her tonight.
Yes.
She's got to walk out of here as champion.
Speaking of champions, Toni Storm putting her title on the line against Mina Shirakawa. We don't even know who's going to be the champion. Come all in to challenge the winner of the Owen Hart Finals. But what are you expecting from Mina tonight? This is a huge spotlight for her to come in. We know the history between Mina and Toni. This is a big moment.
This is a huge moment for Mina. This is a huge moment for Toni to prove herself also, because the last time we saw Toni Storm pitted against a friend, it took a lot out of her to
so
put
everyone
the
not
final
really
nail
talking
in
that
that
much.
coffin.
Just
And I don't know if she has
no
it in her
one
to do it again. I
talk
hope
to
she
since
does.
everyone's
but
at
I
the
don't
stream.
No. Well, we are going to find out, because we've got Mina Shirakawa challenging for the AEW Women's Championship against Toni Storm. Who will be the champ? Come all in. We find out tonight.
So many women have died when they are young, only for their bodies to be buried much later. But you, Mina Shirakawa, have only ever made me feel very much alive.
We came, we danced, and we laughed.
To the nail! Oh!
My busty little buttercup. If you wanted to see me again, you could have just called. But now,
It's different. You are everything a champion should be, but so is Mina.
I have appreciated you, I have admired you, I've got to have envied you.
Mina Shirakawa has earned a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship.
Tony, it's time rest.
Everyone wants Mina.
Timeless Toni Storm did pulling Julia's best friend off of Mina Shirakawa.
I've always had a premonition that this journey would end in tragedy. So if there's anyone that can stop this belt from shining in my reflection at all in, then there is nobody more talented than you.
Mina is now.
The clock is ticking down here for the buy-in to Double or Nothing. We want to let you guys know exactly how you can watch the pay-per-view once we are live. Coming up soon. Talk to us.
If you're in the United States like us, you can watch Double or Nothing on Amazon Prime, YouTube, PPV.com, in demand through traditional cable and satellite providers, and Dave & Buster's.
Yes, and if you guys are watching internationally, PPV.com, YouTube.com, as well as Amazon Prime. Get in it, you guys don't want to miss any of the action tonight. Nigel McGuinness
Throughout the
back in the
throughout
ring
the
tonight. We've got Danny
NXT
Magic here
show,
to
I
talk
will
this
be
match with
keeping
us.
track of
Nigel
AEW
McGuinness
because
teaming
I
up
can't
with
be
Daniel
bothered to pay
Garcia.
£12
Why
on
is it
Amazon
Nigel and
Prime or
not
whatever
you?
it is to watch AEW.
Coming with the hard. Listen, that's a choice that Danny made. Obviously, he's been bullying Tony Schiavone, right? The FTR got involved at the commentator booth a few times. Listen, they left me bloody.
Yeah.
Right? They left me bloody on national television in front of my family. And to say that is not personal would be a lie. It is absolutely personal for me.
No, someone go to an AEW show with a
To be
CM
in the ring
Punk
to
shirt
it,
on. That's
100%.
mad.
But I learned to not take things personally, you know? And here we are.
Probably
Everything.
smart.
Here we are. This whole business is personal. It is what it is. All right?
Let's talk FTR and what's going on with these guys right now, because as Daddy Magic just said, I mean, we saw what they did to Adam Copeland. We've seen what they've been doing to Tony Schiavone, and now taking issues with Nigel McGuinness. What is going on with these guys? I mean, what are they trying to prove at this point?
Well, when you put Stoke in the whole mix here tonight, it's going to be a record-setting night. FDR
That's
with their
expensive,
win
5
tonight,
minutes.
hate to say that,
That's mad.
the winningest tag team in AEW.
That is honestly
Not
mad.
going to be a factor in the
Struggling.
matchup tonight.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll be struggling if I the whole
Okay.
of NXT.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see what exactly that means and how that's going to come together here tonight. Nigel McGuinness stepping back into the ring
For
tonight.
now.
What does this mean for his future?
We're gonna have the light on because it's a bit dark.
Picking a guy who lost his last
So,
3 matches, you know
a
what I'm
bit
saying?
light will help.
It's his only
Also,
match back out of retirement, so.
Yeah, let's
trying
try
to
to
work.
get his bearings under him. What about Danny? He's been with him all day. What's his headspace coming into
He
tonight?
feels good.
Yeah.
But look, obviously he's good over there. He's turned out with FTR, right?
Yeah.
But he's ready to go.
All right.
He's ready to go.
Well, we go from that tag match into the AEW World Tag Team Championships on the line. We've got the Hurt Syndicate putting their gold on the line against the Sons of Texas.
And then is Ricochet a bald-faced liar?
Wow.
Or will he do what he aims to do and put Mark Briscoe on a stretcher and in an ambulance
Ooh,
tonight?
I think you might have to get a shave.
Every time I look across the ring at that shiny headed let's get creative. Me versus you. Stretcher match.
Mark Briscoe, do I know what you're capable of?
Think about the wars Briscoe has had.
None of that matters. Because I am the hot flying, death-defying, leg-stealing, robe-wearing, always staring bald, and damn it, I'm beautiful. I'm afraid of what's going to happen.
You bald-headed bully.
I'm going to send your ass to the hospital.
Double or nothing. Let's have some fun.
Ricochet battles Mark Briscoe, the
Wait,
first
what?
ever stretcher match in AEW.
Will you say Stanley?
Ricochet whooping y'all ass.
I do not. I do not know what you mean.
Is there somebody that this match favors? A stretcher match? What are the rules of this stretcher match? Talk to me.
Very simple. Get your opponent onto the stretcher.
Yes.
Get the
How does
stretcher
Renee not
into
know
the
what a stretcher match is?
and then close the ambulance doors.
Okay.
And there's the ambulance right now. You see the doors open. They shut.
There is the stretcher.
This poor schmuck is wheeling out the stretcher. He's
Jeff-
gonna have to get out of
Jeff,
the
who's gonna?
Is
Who's
that
gonna?
another dated
All
reference?
right, guys,
Okay.
leave
No.
them alone.
All kidding aside, I'm going to answer your question. Who is the favorite? It's got to be my man Briscoe. Ricochet has never, ever even been in a stretcher match. This is AEW's first stretcher match. I'm going with Briscoe.
Okay. I feel like I kind of want to go Briscoe on this one as well. Also,
Promotional
Ricochet's been a little
context.
bit
Bo
rude to me
looks
lately, so I
good
wouldn't
in the background.
mind seeing
Yeah.
this all go down.
It does.
Maybe he's locked in. Maybe he's confident. Maybe he knows the people he is, above in that sense. I also want to say he's going to have scissors on him. Let's be honest. Does Mark Briscoe have an answer for that? Nobody's had an answer for it so far.
There's got to be other tools inside
Maybe
that
get a
ambulance as
maybe
well.
bloody get into a match. Yeah.
Medical
Well,
scissors.
for
This match is
AEW
the
normally
sleeper
put
of
on
the
pre-show
night. I'm telling
matches.
you, Briscoe's celebrating this week their 25th anniversary of the business. It's an emotional story for me and the fans as well. But I can assure you, Briscoe, when he puts his game face on, I saw Ricochet coming out of catering today. When I tell you deer in the headlights look, he had a deer in the headlights look.
I'm just
for
happy
sure.
that we've
Briscoe-
already called the paramedic.
And Mark Briscoe has more of the crazy in his eyes.
No
and
doubt.
I think that he's always ready to tap into that at any
I see
given moment.
DJ
And I
on
think
the
that there's no way that this one favors Ricochet. What do you think?
Yeah. We have two of them right there. Look at that one right there. But should go AEW on there. Oh no, there's
Dangerous person. He's
Oh, there's biscuit for best.
And I think Mark Briscoe is going to do that tonight.
All right, well, we're going to find out here tonight. Ambulance or stretcher match. Who's going to end up inside that ambulance with the door shut? We will find out. But, guys, let's head on back to our broadcast colleague, Lexi Nair.
And some silent music, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
please welcome my guest at this time, Ricochet. Ricochet, how do you feel about your odds heading into your first ever stretcher match against an opponent as unpredictable as Mark Briscoe?
You see, at least you're smarter than Renee and probably Tony Schiavone put together, but that's really no big deal because tonight is my first stretcher match. And it's against none other than Mark Briscoe, who you say unpredictable, I say brainless. And actually, speaking of brainless people, there's been a lot of discourse online over what the rules of a stretcher match even are, so please allow me to explain. Rule number 1, I incapacitate Mark Briscoe long enough to place his dumb ass on the stretcher. I then roll that stretcher up to the beautiful ambulance that the nearest medical facility has supplied for us. I then place that stretcher into the ambulance, shut the door where he will be receiving the best treatment possible for the beating that I had just placed upon him.
And what about rule number 2?
Rule number 2 is that there are no rules, except for rule number 1.
See, case in point, that's why I'm rooting for Mark Briscoe in this match. Go get him, Mark. Close those ambulance doors. All right, come on, pay-per-view. Talk to me.
If you're in the United States, you can watch Double or Nothing on Prime Video. You can watch it on YouTube, ppv.com, in-demand
promo.
cable and satellite providers, and
And you guys can also watch on youtube.com, ppv.com, and Prime Video if you guys are watching internationally. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to root for Ricochet.
That's the first yawn of the night. See how many more I'm going to get.
that doesn't bother him. Easy. It's okay.
All right. Guys, coming up very, very shortly, we have been talking about all the implications from tonight at Double or Nothing and how that's going to affect All In, because we are just 7 weeks away.
Wow.
Let's talk a little All In Texas week. It all begins July 9th. Ending on the 12th, we've got Dynamite Wednesday, July 9th at the Curtis Caldwell Center in Garland.
And then in the same building on Thursday, July 10th, we have a
They're doing Collision on Thursday nights
and then
now.
StarCast, come and hang out Friday, July 11th, Saturday, July 12th.
I remember that used to be a Saturday thing. Is that now
And then Ring of Honor gets
Thursday?
their shot with Death Before Dishonor, the live pay-per-view coming to you Friday, July 11th at the Esports Stadium.
And then the whole weekend, we are making our way down to Texas. It is All In Globe Life Field. Saturday, July 12th. You guys
Just realised All In is on
made
the same
done
day
by the
as
best to ever do it.
my one of my next shows. All In is on the same day as me defending my belt. Me defending my belt for the first time.
Lock in to the passion.
Ooh.
Be in the presence of history.
AEW is the only place where this revolution can be global.
Experience the real.
What a moment!
All In Texas. From Globe Life Field in Arlington, Saturday, July 12th, live on pay-per-view.
I am so excited for this match tonight. We have been talking all night long so far about the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. We have talked about the women so far, but now time to pivot and talk about the men's finals. We've got Will Ospreay versus Hangman Adam Page. We have seen these guys going back and forth, maybe a certain amount of mutual respect between the two of them, but this seems like it's a matter of who needs it
I'm
more
convinced we're not
versus
getting a match
who
tonight. I
wants
wonder
it
who the other
more.
person is.
Jeff, in your opinion, who's got that little bit
I
more
don't even know
edge
if we're getting a
tonight?
match on this.
Absolutely no idea. You know, earlier this month when the three of us sat down,
As
RJ,
we
me and you
often do.
both flip-flopped on who we thought was going to win. Earlier, I did a VIP meet and greet. I said, hey, guys, real quick, let me see your hands. Not do you want, who do you think's going to win? Half the room up. So I can tell you the crowd split. I think we're split. I have no idea. But I do know this. Will Ospreay is on a roll like I have never, ever seen before. It's hard for me to bet
We've
against
got Will
Will.
Ospreay in the building right now, and you talk about a man looking like he's locked in. I don't think Will Ospreay knows what it means to have an off day, and I guess we're going to find out tonight.
I've seen a lot of media he did this week in Arizona. He's telling everybody, this is what I want, this is what I need, and there's no substitute for victory.
You know, he was talking about what it means to travel back and forth in the United States, back to England, back and forth. He's beat up, he's jet-lagged all the time. At what point does that alone start to break this man down, let alone...
Is it the lead,
I'm going to take the other side. When you're alone on a plane and you've got a lot of time to think, I can assure you, he has visions of walking into the forbidden door as the champion. Hanger has a lot of emotion that he's gone down the last couple of years. I think that's going to work against him, and I think Ospreay's emotions are going to work for him tonight.
That's exactly what I just wanted to talk about. We saw Hangman talking about what it means to have his kids be able to look him in the eye, for his wife to be able to look him in the eye, for the guys in the back to be able to look him in the eye and respect this path that he is walking. Has he put too much pressure on himself coming into this?
You know what? Enough of this ascension versus redemption thing. These are two athletes at the top of their game, in peak position, in peak performance. It's about who makes the first mistake.
But let me just say this, and I kind of know this from experience. It is very hard mentally to get to the mountaintop. Hanger's been there 4 times.
I mean, how would Orisha find my YouTube account first? I don't think he
Will
knows
through
it.
Rev Pro, through Japan. He's climbed every mountain that he set out to, except the AEW World title. I just think emotionally in his gut, he doesn't just want it, he needs it.
No, we are going to find out tonight who is going to win the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation, move on to All In to face for the AEW World Championship. Let's talk a little DraftKings here. They are an official partner of AEW. Right now, all customers can join a free-to-play pool for the pay-per-view main event. Simply answer questions about the main event, get enough right to earn your share of the prize. Download the DraftKings app now, sign up with the promo code AEW to play for free. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Let's take a look at these new shoes
All
for
around the
Swerve
world,
Strickland.
they want to know one thing. Whose house? This is the champions.
So I'll just put in the chat that is there any pre-show matches? Apparently there's 2 pre-show matches. Okay.
This is the house of a mogul. This right here is the house of a legend. And just like AI, whenever they ask you whose house, here's the answer.
There's some pretty cool shoes, to be fair.
What a shoe! Look at that thing.
You know, I'm a sneakerhead from way
Are
back.
you?
Oh, of course. I can't tell you what I have on my feet right now, but these are the answer.
The
Swerves.
Answer, because they are paired up with The Answer, Allen Iverson, a collab with Reebok. These are going to be available on May 28th through Champ Sports. Don't miss out on these. These are nice.
Yes,
You actually have like
champsports.com.
Swerve's head right
It's
there.
got the Swerve head. It's got the little logo. I think I'm just going to carry mine around like this.
I like them. I think they
You
look
better carry
good.
'em. You don't look good wearing them.
Now, is he going to be wearing these in the ring tonight? I guess we're going to find out. Is he going to be leaving this arena, walking out in these shoes?
Does he want to die in these shoes tonight? Is that the question you want to ask?
We will be finding out tonight. So May 28th, that is all getting ready to drop for you guys. All right, guys, we're about to get down to it. It's almost time to get into the action. You guys feeling good?
Buckle up.
Ready to get into it?
Ah, damn right I am. I'm pumped. I can't remember a show when I had no idea on who was going to win any of the matches,
I feel the
all
same
the way
way.
top to bottom.
Well, buckle up, Jeffrey.
Let's get into it, guys. Let's take things back down to ringside time.
Alright, we're getting our first pre-show match at last.
Hi, Taz.
Thank you very much, Renee. We are just one
Alright, we've got
hour
Excalibur,
away from
Taz,
Double
and Tony
or
Schiavone
Nothing,
on
that
comms
started
for
it
tonight.
all for All Elite Wrestling, back for a 7th time in just 1 hour. And you can join us through traditional cable and satellite providers on Prime Video.
They're using
on
zip
YouTube,
chair
DVD.com,
gaming chairs. Oh
Demon
my
Busters,
god.
Tom Watch Bar locations nationwide and around the world.
Gaming
on
chairs
YouTube.
is
So many
mad.
places, so many ways to join us. You can scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. We are absolutely ecstatic about Double or Nothing here tonight in the shadows of Phoenix, Arizona.
Absolutely. This is going to be massive, Shivani. Massive event. Pumped up. We're all pumped up. It's going to be crazy matches. Of course, you talked about the meaning of Double or Nothing, where it all started. So happy to be with you guys for the call of this. A lot of great matches. We can't wait to get started.
Well, right now, let's head to the ring, and our colleague, the Esteemed,
We get our first match on the way here.
kick off the action here tonight.
So see what the first match is. That's not a bad stage, to be fair. I actually like that stage. Preliminary, I can't say her name. Some lady and Megan Bain making their way to the ring right now.
To the women's division, she has backed up that threat with her actions, and also alongside Penelope Ford, this very dangerous, very duplicitous duo, Taz.
Absolutely, yes. They don't play fair, that's for sure. So we'll see how this thing.
Well, before I just realised Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is already 2 years old.
You take a look at Penelope and how successful she's been here in AEW. It doesn't surprise me that when Megan Bain comes in, has disdain for everybody. There was one lady in the women's division that she kind of took.
That is crazy to think about.
Penelope.
And this tag team match.
I hate the fact they got a massive AEW logo slapped in the middle. Really pissed me off.
This tag team match will kick off the action here tonight on the buy-in for Double or Nothing.
I like the headrest sets they wear, these ladies. Kind of crazy looking, you know, like little crazy reindeer type things.
It is now free on Netflix.
Yes, Taz.
This is not on Netflix, this is on YouTube, but NXT will be on Netflix. Obviously, if you don't live in the UK, I think in some countries you can watch NXT on Netflix, but I don't think in the US you can. I think that's on CW. We've got Anna Jay and Harley Cameron making their way to the ring right now. So we've got Preliminary Ford, I can't say her name, Preliminary Ford, whatever she's called, and Megan Bain versus Anna Jay and Harley Cameron. A match full of absolutely hot.
Like, they're fun. They do. They have fun. They goof around.
Oh, that ass slap. Oh my god.
I read that word many years ago. Jocularity, Shivani. Jocularity, I like it. But now
the ring is a bit more smaller than usual. Actually, man.
Jocularity. Love that jocularity.
Well, Harley Cameron, Megan Bain starting things off with their respective sides.
Why do you just be obsessed with wrestling now that you're gonna
opposing mat return.
That's sad. Apparently Faith's brother is really into wrestling. Apparently. That's what she told me. Right, apparently when she said she was going to come to my show, she'd have to take him as well. And he's like apparently like 8 years old or something like that.
No, and you know, Megan has height.
I understand people who like wrestling at a young age. Because they believe it's like real. Yeah. Don't tell her I said that though. Yes, Faith has an 8-year-old girl.
And I would think the idea for Harley, and we talked about, you know, still in the formative years of her career, stay away from Megan Bain. Don't try to hook into her. Just hit and run.
What the fuck, I never knew. She only told me because he likes wrestling.
Penelope Ford to her feet.
Oh, snap by Ford.
Side headlock taken by Penelope Ford.
Well, Penelope
takes a
has the
headlock.
experience advantage over Harley. That's a tag right there by Anna.
He's off. Tries to sleep her.
Anna coming in to the
Stiff kick.
midsection. Penelope
sends into the corner.
Into the corner, and Anna steaming
Fucking
in with
nice
that
kick to
kick.
the face.
Really good flexibility by Anna.
Wrenching the arms in the corner.
Dance background, as we know, Excalibur. Her days on AEW Dog.
Tag to Anna Jay.
Now, great
Nice.
teamwork being exhibited by Harley and Anna.
They're going to use the rear ends here, I do believe.
Okay, so well, they were. You gotta have a better name than that. Well, okay, using the asses. Oh, okay.
Is she using her ass as a move? What the? No, she's slamming her head into her ass. Well, might be a bit awkward. I get it. Yeah. Just don't tell us. Said that. Most of us wouldn't even care. I only care about it because he likes wrestling, and I like wrestling, so.
On pay-per-view, you can join us through traditional cable and satellite providers, through Prime Video, YouTube, PPV.com, and for the first time ever on Fubo, as cover made there by Penelope. And
Also, I like more than
visit
wrestling.
Tom's Watch Bar or Dave & Buster's locations to catch Double or Nothing internationally.
Boxing,
You can
rugby,
join us
football,
on
and that.
Prime Video, Triller, and YouTube. Just under 54 minutes away. And don't forget, Anarchy in the Arena goes
I think
down
that
here
main event
tonight
that Arena.
in the desert.
I've got so many secrets with
6
people
on
I
6,
ain't said
anything goes.
a word
Plus
about,
the
not gonna lie.
finals of the 2025 Owen Hart
Yeah, we all do.
Foundation Tournament, both women's and men's. Mercedes Moné, the CEO.
Nice strikes
Jamie
by,
Hayter.
I think that's
That will
Hardy
open up our
Cameron.
broadcast
Off the
here
ropes.
tonight on Double or Nothing, and to bookend it, the main
Nice
event.
drop
Wait a
kick going to
second,
cover.
another cover.
That's a 2 count.
Penelope kicks out the main event tonight at Double or Nothing. Will Ospreay, Hangman Adam Page. The finals of the men's tournament, the winners go on to All In Texas to vie for the AEW World Championship and the AEW Women's World Championship.
I don't get why Anna
and so
Jay
much more
and
goes down tonight at Double or Nothing.
I love
stay at each
you
other.
said that the bookend, the start.
I can't tell which one's who. I can't tell if it's Anna Jay
An
or
Owen match, wrap it up
Hardy
with an
Cameron.
Owen match. I think that's very cool.
As Anna Jay,
I
the
think,
neckbreaker.
no, that is Anna Jay.
Unbeknownst to her, Megan Bain up to her feet, and Megan about to bring Anna back.
Again, why did Anna Jay just stay there? I'm gonna watch him go into this, man. Right. Are you still gonna watch the stream or?
That's a tough move to do because the ropes are in between you and your opponent for the most part, right? So it's tough to really pop into a bridge.
You heard the chorus of boos echoing out through the Desert Diamond Arena here in Glendale. Megan Bain and Penelope Ford, they've not exactly endeared themselves to the fans or the locker room, but
Yeah, I'll try.
an incredibly formidable, effective duo, Tony.
Love what they're doing. I can tell you this. Look at this power. Holy smokes, that's a dead lift right there.
And now the cover's made. Penelope Ford, 2.
I don't get why the ref didn't start counting because there was 2 on the same team in the ring at the same time.
See Harley Cameron now emerging back up to the apron in Anna and Harley's corner, but Harley's certainly seems to be less than 100%.
I don't get it. If Megan Bain and the other bird are heels, what might just be me, but why are they wearing such bright gear? If they're heels, why are they wearing such bright gear? That's not really like a good guy thing, I'd say.
Between the shoulder blades, Anna is down, but not out.
A lot of punishment, Shivani, being put on Anna right now. I think it's pretty sound because Anna's the one with the most years. And just leave the rookie on the outside, right? Yeah, I mean, it's not
Cutting the ring
Anna
off.
is a 10-year veteran, but I get your trip.
Having Anna Jay in one corner.
So listen, I don't want to sound
Very nice, I'd say.
We're just starting out here.
Crazy philosophy right there. Cut the ring in half. Don't let your opponent get the tag. Nice shot by Megan Bain.
Delivered by Megan Bain.
Let's call a match.
Dude, what the? What an overhead throw as Megan Bain makes that cover. But Anna able to kick out. Not sure, Taz, that Anna Jay can survive many more throws quite like that.
Yeah, well, you know, that's a kind of an old school throw right there. Traditional belly-to-belly suplex, but it definitely will leave a mark on your spine, for sure.
And Megan Bain, Penelope Ford doing a good job of cutting the ring in half, keeping Anna Jay isolated.
Again, cutting the ring in half.
Her opposition.
Penelope's got quite an attitude. Holy smokes. Always. She always does. I like that about Penelope. She's a Philadelphia girl. I mean, some of these girls in Philadelphia have a bad attitude. Trust me. Unlike the girls in New York. Good attitude.
I'm sorry, but what was the psychology in that? Throwing her out of the corner, just throw back in. I wish I knew more wrestlers' names, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't get it. Why would you throw her out the corner just to throw her back into the same corner? Like, psychology there. What's the psychology behind that? I still choked by Anna Jay, but Megan Bain. Big chop in the corner.
Now Megan paintbrushing Anna with those chops. Yeah, rapid fire chops.
Sitting Anna Jay on the top.
Megan Bain now looking to close the distance. Anna the boot into the Charlotte neck.
Nice swinging. Swing. Just nice net breaker from Anna Jay. And here comes the hot tag to Harley Cameron. Here we go. House of Fire. Here we go. Nice. Nice net breaker.
Very well done by Cameron.
That's 9.
Overzealous with the lariat attempt as
He's wrestling most of it is, I'd say, who's winning is definitely like scripted. And obviously for the promotion I wrestle for, some promotions, like WWE for example, they all have agents who will like agent the entire match. So like they'll tell you how long they're going for. I think. Actually, no. They tell you how long you go for. That's scripted as well. There's agents in WWE and all that who like actually like do your match, and they will. From what I've heard, they will script. They will script it to like the T. They will sometimes they'll tell you which corner to post in. It's like really serious over there. Like for the promotion I would wrestle for, it's just they'll tell you who's winning and they'll tell you how long they're going for and what match should run. That's it. Nice little tag move. Send her flying to the outside. Fucking hell. Megan Bain's got a mad strength here. She's a fear, can't I?
Anna Jay is in trouble right now. Yeah, now Megan Bain.
Megan Bain going up for the power bomb. Running Liger bomb there from Megan Bain. Do you sometimes forget it? What do you mean, like, forget your match? Because there has been times where I've completely forgotten my match. Like, take, actually, I've got a funny story to tell while I'm watching this. The script. What do you mean, like, who's winning and what?
Bain comes flying in, leaves her feet and connects with the lariat. Fans are loving this one, man. We are just
because if it's like forgetting what you do in the match, because there's a funny story. Because the match I had with Sassy Bear and Logan last month, we planned all of that in the entire day. We planned it through. We ran through it, and we was going for it backstage as well. And we went over it about 5 times, and I still forgot. It was not just me, but it was Sassy Bear and Logan. Oh no, not Sassy Bear, but it was me and Logan. We completely forgot the entire match. So most of the match, we just called it out there. Is that what you mean?
I like this thinking by Anna and Harley.
Nice little superplex.
Tandem superplex from Harley and Anna. There you go. Cover made, Anna Jay.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's been times where I've completely forgotten my match. Actually, I think it was my first ever match I completely forgot as well.
And take another look at this. Just see the impact reverberate accelerating throughout.
I can't really remember much stuff for my first match. There's a video of it online somewhere. My first match.
Body there on that. Oh, definitely Megan bolted that bodies with that double clothesline. And Megan Bain, fired up now, makes the tag out to Penelope as Harley being raised up onto the shoulders.
Harley needs to try to fight her way off.
Could be a doomsday device. Dangerous scenario.
This is very dangerous.
Harley, a victory roll, I believe. Yeah, rolled through, but
Bonnie Blue has been kicked out of Chelsea away. Why is Bonnie Blue?
Ducks underneath and wait a second, Tony.
I thought again. Oh. And Anna Jay and Harley Cameron pick up the win.
She hit her finishing move. That's quite literally what it's called. And she put away Penelope Ford, winning the match for her team.
Great job, Taz.
What the fuck's that finisher? Are you watching it live? Yes, I'm watching the AEW kickoff show live and NXT live. That's why I'm on so late.
Yeah, I mean, Megan Bain was shocked what happened. Her face, I looked at her face when she came in the ring. She couldn't believe what happened. Well, Harley Cameron, Anna Jay victorious here. Megan Bain, Penelope Ford, obviously quite frustrated. And that was the beginning of the action here tonight at the Double or Nothing buy-in.
Alright, we do have one more match on this pre-show card.
Let's head to the desk where RJ, Renee, and Double J
I'm guessing it's not in the UK.
What?
AEW? It is in the UK, but you've got to pay like £12 to buy the pay-per-view on Prime. And I'm not paying £12 to watch AEW. I'd rather watch NXT for free on Netflix. Is it on at 12:15 in the morning?
Start things off here for us tonight on the buy-in. How can people watch the pay-per-view? The clock is ticking down. We're getting down to it.
I don't know what you mean by that.
If you're in the United States, you can watch Double or Nothing on Amazon Prime, YouTube, ppv.com, in demand through traditional cable and satellite providers, and Dave & Buster's.
That's right. And if you guys are watching internationally, you can watch at ppv.com, youtube.com, as well as Amazon Prime. You guys don't want to miss any of it. We just saw that awesome tag team match, but let's
if I pause it here, says Prime in US, Canada. You see it there. That's what
the Continental Championship on the line. Kazuchika Okada taking on a man that has not been pinned here in AEW since his debut, Speedball Mike Bailey.
And will it be time and time again, or will it be Mina now, as Mina Shirakawa challenges Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship?
And it is a stretcher match. Load your opponent onto the stretcher, into the ambulance, and close the doors to win. Will it be Mark Briscoe or Ricochet?
And will the path of pain of the Hurt Syndicate continue as they hold the World Tag Team Championships? Will they lose them to Dustin and Sammy, the Sons of Texas?
We go from tag action to trios actions. We've got Paragon taking on members of the Don Callis family. What is it all going to shake out here tonight at Double or Nothing?
And then Nigel McGuinness is stepping out of the booth. He's putting back on the boots to team with Daniel Garcia. Good luck, my friends, because you are facing FTR.
The finals of the Owen Hart Foundation are culminating here tonight. Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter in singles competition for the first time ever.
And then it is our main event. It is the Hangman versus the Billy Goat. Only one man can win the Owen Hart tournament, and only one man can go to All In.
It's all happening here tonight, Double or Nothing. But now let's take things back to Alex Marvez.
I am a proud day one guy at AEW, and so are my guests, the Sons of Texas. Sammy Guevara, you were part of the very first singles match at Double or Nothing, AEW history, back in 2019. Safe to say things have changed a little bit since then?
I'm safe to say that is true. I mean, I'm a dad now. I'm a husband. I have a new tag team partner. I have a new T-shirt. But tonight tonight everything changes because what's going to be new is the Sons of Texas are going to be new AEW World Tag Team Champions.
Dustin Rhodes, your very first AEW match against your brother Cody remains one of the best and bloodiest in AEW history. Are
That's not
you
money in my
able
bag.
to bring the same level of violence tonight that's going to be needed to be definitive?
I'll accept it, and I appreciate that, but absolutely yes. But I want you to know something. Last night I was sitting in my hotel room really pondering on this day, and I looked out the window, and I saw the storm rolling in. It didn't look good. It looked really, really bad. Hurt Syndicate. We want more gold. I need you to understand something. You want to hurt somebody, I want you to hurt me. Because there's nothing you can do to me that I haven't already been through, and I've already said that to you. This is for all the gold. This is the natural Dustin Rhodes, a living legend, the Spanish god, Sammy Guevara, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. Undefeated. Do we have a chance? Yes, we do. 100%. On any given Sunday night, anything can happen. So watch out. You want to hurt me? Bring the best that you got, because it's just not going to be enough.
Sons of Texas in action tonight. They've already got the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. Tonight, they're going off after the AEW World Tag Team Championships against the Hurt Syndicate. I got to sit down with Dustin and Sammy earlier this week on Close Up to talk about what this moment means for them. And my big takeaway from it is that they think that they're completely overlooked by the Hurt Syndicate. Do you think that that's true?
100%. But also, I mean, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, they've been destroying people.
Yes.
I've never seen a tag team run in AEW like this. It's quite frankly so violent, yet so casual.
Jeff, you've known Dustin for a long time. I mean,
Day one.
He is talking about being in this situation. He likes the pain. He also is talking about kind of being on the tail end of his career. He's got some goals that he wants to check off before he rides off into the sunset. But talk to me about mentally and physically the kind of man that he is walking into a tag match like this.
You know, Dustin, I saw him the other day, and I don't think he would mind me sharing this. He got a bad knee. But at the end of the day, he knows, like myself, we only have a finite time left in the race. He's going to make the most of every opportunity. But as far as the Hurt business overlooking, you know, stat upon stat upon stat.
Okay, buddy.
I don't think
I'll be.
He's new.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. Continue.
under 10 minutes.
I'll be here until NXT
So
ends.
they are steamrolling over everybody. And a guy like Sammy Guevara, he absolutely has to have that in the back of his mind. Just the challenges that he faces on this big stage.
The other thing that everybody has to keep in mind is the newest member of the Hurt Syndicate in Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He has gone to lengths to prove that he also wants to hurt people. He wants to be in business with the Hurt Syndicate. What are you expecting from Max tonight? I mean, this is a moment for him to really... He's not in that match.
No.
But we imagine that he's got to be lurking around the corner somewhere. The guy's always got something up his sleeve.
No, look, he got a new free hat, which he's been wearing, and I think it looks great on him. He's probably warming the boys up, sending motivational texts. He's quite frankly a cheerleader, and I think he's doing a great job.
Wow,
But we all know, yeah, maybe a cheerleader. At the end of the day, this is going to turn out bad for those guys, including Max. I don't see a happy ending here.
You know, one thing that Sammy Guevara said when I spoke to him as well was talking about that very first Double or Nothing 2019. This was a moment of really trying to let the world know who you were as a professional wrestler. He came out wearing the panda hat outfit.
It's a choice.
It was a choice, but it was something he felt like he wanted to do to make sure that he was recognized that night. Do you think that a lot of the talent here tonight is making sure that they're ready to do whatever they need to make sure that they stand out?
It's an enormous stage. In a lot of ways, a lot got kicked off at Double or Nothing. So you want to have the best coming out party. You want to be seen. Sammy, though, when you really drill down to that, maybe he took it to the extreme. But look, there's other guys on this roster. That Speedball Mike Bailey, he has his challenge coming.
Oh, yeah.
The best tournament wrestler, I think, in history. His mountain he's got to climb may be unsurmountable.
Certainly. Well, let's talk the ladies here tonight, because we've
liking
got
the
Toni
live,
Storm,
lads.
our current
Liking the live.
AEW Women's Champion, taking on Mina Shirakawa. I mean, we can get into the weeds on the history between these two women.
Need a therapist.
honestly, you really need to delve deep into this one.
Half
But
an hour.
we've seen Mina now get
Nearly
a
half an
pin
hour till
on
NXT
Toni
starts.
Storm. I mean, she's got to be kind
Fuck
of
me, I'm
shaking in
so
those shiny boots a
tired,
little
man.
bit.
More than just a pin.
I could actually go to sleep right now.
Figure four around the ring post of Toni
Go ahead
Storm,
and tell 'em.
clearly softening her
Live
up.
if you
We
like.
know that Mina likes to target the leg.
What do I
She
do?
loves
I
finishing
choose
with
to.
the figure four, and she's setting it up
I choose
quite
to go
nicely.
live.
Yeah, certainly.
I've only started going live.
Now knowing that Mina Shirakawa is
'Cause I-
officially all elite,
Because
we talk about wanting
don't know.
to
Just
plant
felt like
that
it.
flag and let people know who you are and what you're bringing to
I
the
just
table.
started
What are
streaming
you
because
expecting from Mina
I was
tonight?
live streaming WrestleMania
Become our new
4
champion.
And she's looking,
and
as
then
a lot of the
ended up
ladies
live
are,
streaming
to
an
become
episode of
champions.
TSM.
It's going to be the 15th world champion if Toni gets dethroned. I don't see it happening. Mina has a ton of momentum behind her.
I
Obviously,
used to
loads of
live stream
charisma.
earlier, Man
But
City
when
was
you
full
drill it
of
right
which
down
one.
to it,
Now
when the
here
bell
we
rings,
are.
as they say, Toni truly is timeless.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen with these women, how it's all going to kind of come together. Madison Rain said something interesting when she was out here with us earlier, talking about the emotional turmoil as well as obviously the physical aspects of what had happened with Toni Storm. Last time she was kind of embroiled in a situation like this. Do you think that is still kind of lingering in her mind a little bit?
Old flames seem to burn brighter than ever. They certainly have their history. They wrestled at Forbidden Door last year. But then, when Toni Storm was on her pilgrimage, they teamed together in Japan for Stardom. They did 6-woman tags together. They did tags together. And they were in quite a group. So it's very intriguing to see it all come undone.
And just keeping in mind that whoever is walking away with the Women's Championship tonight, be it Timeless Toni Storm or Mina Shirakawa, that woman will be going into All In Texas to face the winner of tonight's Owen Hart Foundation finalist.
Potentially, you could have Mercedes against Mina. You could have Jamie against Mina. You could have Mercedes against Toni. You could have Jamie against Toni.
Lots of options there, RJ.
Yes, there is.
Can't wait. That is all happening here tonight at Double or Nothing. You guys don't want to miss a second of that.
No, I don't want to.
Double jerk.
Oh, here we go, my man.
Oh, you went from like
That's awesome.
2006.
No,
Don't think I
let's not
forgot
go
about
there.
it. What are you guys talking about right now?
Let's talk about double or nothing.
What are y'all talking about?
Let's talk about it.
Easy, RJ.
Let's talk about your fellas, your relatives, shall we say.
Let's do that.
The Don Callis family.
Okay.
They're in action tonight.
They are.
Against the Paragon.
They're kicking a lot of ass, yes.
Any advice for your brethren?
I don't need to give them any advice. You've seen what they've been doing. You've seen what Takeshi's been doing. You've seen what the Protostar's been doing. Josh Alexander, his history proves it to himself and to us. So I don't really need to tell him anything because they're going to go out there, they're going to kick their ass, and we're going to just leave and have a good time, and I'm going to find catering and actually get something to eat.
We don't have catering up here. We've got extra drinks. I
Got
could
some coffee.
provide some kind of libation. That's
Diet
all I
Coke?
have for you right now. Yeah, if you
Gotcha,
wanted one,
thanks. I
we've got
appreciate
extras. Is there anybody across the ring from your boys in Paragon that maybe you have to keep a closer eye on, be it Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole?
I think all of them, actually. And then the fact that Adam Cole is the TNT champion. I have a rich history of trying to get that championship myself.
Yeah.
So they are all somebody that we need to pay attention to. They're all somebody that we need to put down. And eventually we need to get that TNT championship into the Don Callis family.
Talk to me about what it's like working with Don Callis, because he is an interesting, complicated, maniacal man, and it's really quite the brood that he's accumulated with your crew.
It's a beautiful evil genius if you think about it. The way he's collected us all, he's put us in the right places, and he's put us in the position to be successful. I mean, I got my own scar to join the family. He's got his scar, I've got my scar.
Prerequisite?
You know, it's one of those things, kind of like a introduction into the family.
Initiation, if you will.
There you go.
I do have to ask a question. You do have a little catchphrase.
Okay.
Which is,
let me think about it. Everybody dies!
Yes, yes.
Do you want to be next?
No, I don't. I don't.
We're up pretty high right now. You can probably make that happen.
I mean, I could just...
We are, that's fine.
Sure.
But thank you.
We can.
I appreciate it. We
All
could.
right.
We don't.
All right.
All right.
All right, next time.
Maybe next time. You're a very violent man.
Sometimes.
What are you expecting out of Anarchy in the Arena tonight?
That's probably my most anticipated match because it is going to be violent. It is going to be crazy. There's going to be a lot of flying off of things, being hit with things, a little bit of blood here and there, and somebody's going to be putting that ambulance, close the door, and then somebody's going home, probably in a body bag. So perfectly my kind of match.
We've got a lot of options. Yeah, between the stretcher match, between Anarchy and the Arena, it's all going down here. Taking things back to the Don Callis family, we've been watching this insane ascent of Kyle Fletcher. Talk to me about what it's like kind of seeing the growth in
Why
this
is
man
Kyle
and the time
Fletcher
that
and
you've known him
Mars
to where
going
he's
about
at
the
now.
same
Talk about
person?
the future of the business. He is the future of the business. The proto star, Kyle Fletcher, Takeshi, they are the future of the business. There's a collection of talents from around the world, from all different generations, that have shown the way this business has been and will be. And these guys are the next generation. These guys are going to be the champions. These guys are going to be what AEW is all about.
All right, well, that's all happening here tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here tonight.
Yeah, good seeing you, Jeff.
They have snacks. They have a little
Oh, it's
check.
great.
The boys put it together for you.
Good luck
Thank
in
you.
catering.
It's a
All right,
pleasure.
good luck. Yeah, I mean, the guy's got some good points. I mean, we're going to see what all's going to happen. He's talking about Anarchy in the Arena, the stretcher match. We're going to see Paragon versus those members of the Don Callis family. That is all happening. But one of the big reasons why we are here is the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. We've got Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin, taking on Hangman Adam Page, who will be walking out with a shot at the AEW World Championship. Come all in.
I want to be the world champion because they trust me.
The winner gets to wrestle the world champion at our biggest show of the year, and I need that.
Will Ospreay, Hangman Adam Page in the finals of the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation tournament.
This isn't about your redemption. This is about my ascension.
Will, you want this? I need this! I have wasted 2 years of my life!
While you've been trying to find yourself, I show
This
you
Ospreay round is Stone Island.
You think you can take that spot back? That don't mean cowboy to me, bruv.
Can I still be the man who can hold the AEW World Championship because it is the most important thing on this planet?
Flash reminds me.
Distance away, and you think a cowboy is going to stand in front of me. I am the best in the world, bruv.
I need for all of these people who supported me when I deserved it the least to know that I could be the kind of man that they believed I could be. I need to know that there can be some kind of light at the end of this 2-year tunnel through hell.
When that bell rings, anything can happen. Meet me in the desert. I'm calling for a shootout, bruv.
That is all going down tonight. Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen here with the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. This is going to be incredible. Two of the absolute best to ever do it between Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page. This is a huge opportunity.
27 minutes until
A little bit,
the
yes.
May I
NXT
drop
show
a little
starts.
exclusive news?
Please.
I've heard in my ear, I have people in my ear, that tonight we are opening the pay-per-view with Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter. So we're moments away from figuring out who will win the Women's Owen Hart Foundation.
So the Owens opens and closes tonight. Am I hearing that?
Women are opening, the men's are closing it, and just huge implications for the future of this entire company. I mean, we talk about Double or Nothing being that pay-per-view to really set the wheels in motion for what AEW is to go on to become, and now knowing whoever's going to win the Owen Hart Foundation tournament going on to potentially become
versus
the new
the characters
champions
out
in their
tomorrow
respective
night.
categories.
And not only that, we're getting into so much uncharted territory after All In. We have Forbidden Door in
Not
London.
a good
We
match
just announced
at
All
all.
Out's coming to
Rusev
Toronto September
versus
20th.
the
You know, as we were just
characters
talking
out.
between the break, there's always a must-see event in the Anarchy.
Now, trying to tell people that in
Darby with the
2018.
flamethrower, Darby upside down, Hangman on the horse.
Sammy getting hit by the car.
What?
Sammy getting hit by the car. I'll sing you the tape.
There's a lot,
By
yeah.
the car.
Moonsaults off of goalposts. This entire arena could be torn apart by the time we even get to the main event that is the men's finals.
I don't know why the city of Glendale approved this event. Quite frankly, my sympathies are with you.
Last year, Bryan Danielson's music played like that after the
That's
match,
right. That's what they do.
I cannot wait for this match because there's always going to be be something special.
I cannot
Expect something destructive, something heinous, something violent. Luckily, you know, the ambulance is already here.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is actually a great
Really all
point.
worked out
I mean,
in the end.
I mean, you look out here behind us. We've got a pretty packed house here tonight
Pretty
at the
packed
Desert
house. They're way
Diamond
up
Arena.
there.
These people are ready. They are ready for the anarchy, for the chaos, to see who's going to be moving on to All In to potentially be crowned the new champions. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I know a lot is going to happen. It's going to be intense.
Yes.
It is going to be emotional, and I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Well, you're going to have to get ready because right now we've got less than 25 minutes to be able to watch this. All right, how are people able to watch it? Let the people know.
What a fantastic brand new question. If you're in the United States, you can watch Double or Nothing on Amazon Prime, YouTube, ppv.com, in demand through traditional cable and satellite providers, and Dave & Buster's.
That is right.
Hey, Renee, do you know how to watch it internationally?
I actually do
Okay,
know
let's hear it.
exactly how to do that. Watch it on ppv.com, youtube.com, and also on Amazon Prime. But the action is
Let
going
me do
to
this.
roll on
I've
here.
always wanted
Go,
to do
go,
this.
go.
Excalibur, are you ready? Are you ready? You're down at ringside. Back to you, pal.
Little sloppy.
Jeff
We
Jarrett,
got a second match on it.
very ready. Tell you what, I'm ready to have my wallet stolen because my bag's in the same room backstage as Jeff Jarrett's, and I don't trust him.
This is an 8-man tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Action and Ready, and Leo Rush Crew.
And before we turn our attention to this match, Tony, did you hear that sniveling nasally echo? Oh wait, no, that was RJ City re-breaking the news that I broke earlier tonight.
Well, give him credit. No, give me no. Forget it. Wait, don't give him credit. You know what? Speaking of sniveling, these two guys are easy to dislike. The Crew? Yes.
Oh, they're nice young guys.
Oh, of course you would say that.
Well, yeah. No, listen, they're talented guys. You
I
can't
agree.
dispute that. I mean, why don't you like them? I think they're nice young guys.
Really not
They're
kind
very
of
nice to
down
me.
match
Very
on
respectful.
Well, that's because most people are
NXT.
scared of you. That's why they're nice to you.
Joining them, Rocky Azuka Romero and Trent Beretta, RPG Vice.
Well, we heard
RPG
from one
Vice
member of the
making
Don
their way
Callis
to the
family
ring
in
right now.
Lancaster just a few moments ago. And now we're about to witness two members of the Don Callis family, Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero, two men that feel as if they are the most overlooked, most disrespected men in all of professional wrestling. And, you know, we've seen Trent Beretta since his return from his second neck surgery, second spinal fusion, that he has got a massive chip on his shoulder, Taz. And if there's anybody that can identify a chip on the shoulder, I think it's you.
Story of my life, and I don't blame Beretta at all. I don't. His resume, along with Rocky, this Trent Beretta, I mean, I agree with them. They all did. They're not respected. And I got to tip my cap to Don Callis that he has these two men in his gigantic faction that he has.
I know that must have been very
For a
hard.
tag?
And their opponents, first from Ansonia, Connecticut, weighing 185 pounds, they are Fox.
And now, guys, this kid can really go. He's been so impressive the last couple of months here in AEW.
Accompanied by Alex Abrahantes from Reynosa,
Bro, what is Death Rebel R songs, bro? This song's definitely a Death Rebel song. Like, if you're watching even if you can hear it from the stream,
Teams that are not used to teaming against one another. And then you have quite a few individuals that have, shall we say, a bone to pick with the Don Callis family.
what is
Absolutely. There's a lot
this?
of people who can say
6-man
that.
tag.
Here he comes.
Oh,
What a phenom he's become.
it's hologram.
From Teotihuacan, Mexico, weighing 170 pounds, Hologram.
Hologram's got 23-0 record. What the fuck?
Tony, a sensation,
How have they not given this man like a championship match yet?
career. But that is not the last man.
Oh, Bandito.
Let's head back to the ring in Arcadiora.
And from Torreon, Mexico, weighing 211 pounds, he is the Ring of Honor World Champion, Bandito!
Since when was he the Ring of Honor champion?
Energetic, action-packed.
The belt looks the same as the Pure Championship. There's so many belts in AEW. Ever since they got Ring of Honor. Literally every single one of their belts look the same.
They too are high flyers, but I think Trent and Rocky a little bit more
What is
grounded.
this? 8-man tag.
In the ring, which adds to a nice style to this 8-man.
Yeah, I think this match actually suits Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta quite well because they've had quite a bit of success in New Japan Pro Wrestling in the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Division. They're
Right, here we go.
champions. If they know anything, it is how to shut down
Don Callis family attacking the I'm just gonna call them the Mexicans.
Crew and RPG Vice signaling out
Taking
the
up.
World Champion Bandito.
The Don Callis family beat the Don Callis family beating up the Mexicans.
Away from Double or Nothing, coming up live at the top of the hour on pay-per-view via Prime Video. Traditional cable and satellite providers, YouTube, PPV.com, and for the first time ever, Fubo.
Beating up Bandito in the corner.
Tom's Watch Bar locations. There you see the bottom of the
Bandito
screen,
moved out the way.
Trios match, Paragon versus Don Callis family, Adam Cole,
Hologram
Roderick Strong,
and the other dummy
Alexander, Kyle Fletcher, and Konosuke
going
Takeshita.
into
The
the
Sons of
barricades.
Texas, Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, what challenge, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby
And now here we go.
the Hurt Syndicate for
The Mexicans
AEW World Tag Team Championship, and it'll be 6-on-6.
doing the same thing as
Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs,
back in the
Jerry
minute ago.
Shibata, Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, and Willow Nightingale taking on Marina Shafir, Claudio Castagnoli, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, the Young Bucks, Wheeler Yuta, and the AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley.
Oh, and Romero just got drilled by all those drop kicks. Top to bottom, what a night. You see the QR code on your screen to join us on Prime Video. And action on the outside as well as on the inside here, Taz.
Yeah, and no shock. Anytime you have an 8-man tag team match,
Bandito sending him off ropes and that's back over into a dropkick.
That's what's going to happen. Again, Romero catches the kick by Bandito right in the side of the head.
Yeah, it looked like Bandito was going to go for a drop kick. Instead, it was just driving the flat of his boot into the side of the head. And Rocky Romero, and now Commander, the legal man.
Commander, hologram in the ring.
Going to go to work on Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero.
Nice.
He's the boot. Wow. The leg is swept. Commander vaults over, stomps on the hands of Rocky. And, kicks from the front and back.
It's so hard. I mean, no matter how much training you do and how many years experience you have to deal with some of a style
Commander,
of high-end luchadors,
got him
it's
a
very
chin knock.
difficult because it's so unorthodox.
Yeah, but Rocky Romero, he's spent extensive portions of his career competing in Mexico for CMLL. In addition to his Japanese experience, Rocky Romero, I mean, he's the master of so many different styles. But AR Fox now tagged into this match.
AR Fox in the ring with Rocky Romero.
Really catching on with the crowds. I mean, he's
AR Fox looking for a twisted suplex.
You know, he's worked his entire life to become an overnight sensation, so to speak.
Going for the pin.
For the cover.
Well, one thing you can say about AR Fox is it's a different AR Fox than when he first started. And I understand that, Taz. If you come from the independent scene and you move into AEW where you got the big lights and you're on television all the time, it's different for you.
A lot of pressure. It's a different type of pressure. It's big time
Bandito
for a reason.
getting him out the
AR
corner.
Fox has a plethora of experience, as you pointed out, on the independent scene for a lot of
Bandito
years.
with a suplex maybe?
He definitely is a special kind of
Stolen suplex.
athlete, as is this man here, Bandito, showing his power. Bandito, you've said it.
I don't get how they made this stolen suplex. It was so easy. Breaks it up. Trent Beretta trying to stop the stolen suplex, but he gets taken out by Bandito.
And Rocky King charging in.
Damn, the strength.
We haven't seen too much of the crew, crew in the ring.
Bandito trying to slide to the outside.
Action at Shreddy coming in. Leo Rush. And Shreddy so
Leo Rush catching the leg.
Oh, Bandito got jumped on the back of his neck.
That was tremendous. Yeah, that was. Leo had that ankle. He rolled into an ankle pick and drove. As Andretti hit him, he spun back, pulled back. Bandito on his head.
Wow, this match has been fucking chaos.
And
through. As
Here comes Commander and the hologram, but they get stopped.
Commander get the leg swept out by RPG Vice. That's experience. That's being ring savvy right there by Beretta and Romero. That's knowing how to shut
They
down
get
high
stopped
flyers.
by RPG Vice, and here comes the Rush.
Andretti, the tope as
Nice little super kick there.
the first, or the tope attempt, but then eats the
Ah, been alright.
Rush and then the suplex on the
It's been
apron.
living.
Great move by Andretti. He saw the move and he put the brakes on. That was a great job.
Right on the corner of the apron, which is so hard. That's where I think it was Commando. That's where his back hit hard, really hard. Now,
You
RPG
officially
Vice
hit
singling
100
out the
minutes
Ring
on
of Honor
stream.
World Champion
Nice.
Bandito. Says you think there's something to this, concentrating their attack on Bandito, who, you know, the most decorated wrestler.
Now just separating the corner.
Member of the opposition.
No, separating the
Absolutely.
ring.
I do think that's the right thing to do. Now Trent shoots a half, gets the cover. Cover made, and Bandito. Farthest way to get your opponent onto his belly is shoot a half Nelson. It's simplistic, but it's the right thing to do.
We've seen Bandito, of course, Hologram and Commander here in AEW. It's the first time that all three have wrestled together here in AEW before, so this is a treat.
I think it's a perfect fit with AR Fox in this thing too with them. And you see at the bottom of your screen all the ways to join us. Under 15 minutes away from Double or Nothing, coming up live at the top of the hour on pay-per-view, Prime Video, YouTube, PBE.com, Fubo, traditional cable and satellite providers, Triller TV, Dave and Buster's and Tom's Watch Bar, locations nationwide. And you're not going to want to miss Double or Nothing. This is going to be spectacular. Oh, there's Bandito right there. Spectacular tornado by Bandito, taken down Trent Beretta. You can scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen to join us on Prime Video. Remember, we are kicking off the broadcast tonight for
Here comes AR Fox.
with the finals of the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament. Mercedes Moné, Jamie Hayter, the winner, will challenge for the AEW Women's World Championship at All In Texas coming up on Saturday, July 12th. Fox was just lighting up. Andretti's not done, but Leah Rush has had enough.
How about that back elbow? Hearing the footsteps of Leo Rush.
Tremendous anticipation shown by Fox. Anticipation adaptation as Fox now another cutter attempted. Andretti sends Fox off into the corner. Bandera sends Andretti out to the apron. And
ruined him in that time. How about that?
Yeah. Fox, oh!
He's everywhere. Look at this.
AR Fox doing all of it now.
Omnipresent
Fucking hell.
flying all over the Desert Diamond Arena here.
Flying all over the place. Oh, he's been taking a bunch of them down.
Oh my God, that was real fancy. And then Beretta just came with a real fancy clothesline. Clean my man's clock right
I don't get why like Bandito and like them. Why didn't it happen?
I mean, AR Fox so damn
Oh
impressive
my
for
God,
sure,
what?
but sometimes timing's everything, and Beretta knows that.
Yeah, he was kind of getting too excited with the fans
It's
there in the
unfortunate
corner, and I get it.
AR Fox can beat him up.
Beretta, like you said,
Bloody help him.
Poise of a veteran
Why?
Excalibur. He realized
You're looking at him, you're complaining, you're talking to the ref, you're looking at him and saying, oh, I understand if you're trying to talk through spots, don't do it there, do it when you're close together. But when the referee's in the ring, and you're outside of the ring, and you're trying to talk to the ref.
AR Fox up to his knees. Wow, big elbow strike. Rapid fire shots. Andretti now makes the cover. And Fox
You're focusing more on the match than
Brandon Martinez saying only a 2
talking to
count.
the
He
ref.
is
That's for when you're in close contact.
in this match. I think the referee Martinez deserves a lot of credit. To your point, it's tough to control an 8-man tag, and he's doing a great job, the ref, no doubt.
Not only that, Brandon's been out for a little while with an injury. Good to see him back as well.
Absolutely. It's not just wrestlers get injured.
Right, 11 minutes until NXT starts. We'll be hopping on Netflix as soon as this match ends. We're going to go now.
Stepping into the ring here.
Alright, see that, mate.
I'm sure that's what you were referencing, Ted. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a second. RPG Vice got caught trying to bring AR Fox back towards the corner. They do so. And now Fox, though, both boots up into the faces of Trent.
So that is done.
Fox.
Oh, he hurt himself.
Tough landing. I mean, he took out both members of RPG Vice, but He's got to get a tag, AR Fox. He's really spent right now. He's got to get Hologram in here or somebody. Oh, wait, now Crew. They were lurking on the outside, dragging Bandito. Hologram and Commander to the floor, and now RPG
Enjoy your
Vice.
wrestling. Yes, I will.
Looking for that combination. Foot stomp. Strong. 0, 1, 2. No, Bandito there to break things up.
Yeah,
That would have been it, Taz. That would have been it. What a knock.
Bandito breaks it up.
Bandito returned to the floor, courtesy of Rocky Romero. Trent Beretta making the tag. X Andretti.
These four guys are showing a lot of communication.
Yeah, for teaming up for the first time. Yeah. I'm impressed by how Crew and RPG Vice are working together.
Me too.
Andretti chops to the chest of AR Fox, sends him into the
Sends him off the ropes.
Back elbow, takes Fox off his feet.
Yeah, well, Spawn Andretti and his teammates, the other three men, they got to keep the pressure on AR Fox to prevent him from tagging in. Hologram has been on the apron who wants to get in this thing. Command is down on the outside, I believe. So is Bandito.
Yeah, Hologram clearly the fresh man for his team. If AR Fox can make the tag, Fox does roll underneath and he makes the tag. Hologram! Now, Hologram springing into action, the Enziguri. Rocks action and Andretti put to the midsection on Leo Rush. Andretti and Leo sent together as Hologram. Neckbreaker on Andretti.
What wrong has with Leo Rush?
And end up DDT.
Is that who's at 1,000 miles per hour? I know you're like a cruiser, but still, you have to be moving at 1,000 miles per hour. So not for some reason. Austin was doing fucking everything at 1,000 miles per hour. Slow shit down, man.
Picks up when Commander gets in, doesn't it?
You're right, absolutely.
Lucha. Action Andretti. There's a tag. Hologram's legal. That's the danger of these. Oh! What? Hologram. Counter. 2 and.
I don't know, but I think that was a counter to an attempted Spanish fly. I'm not so sure.
That was the weirdest pinfall I've ever seen. What the fuck was going on there?
That looked like exactly what Andretti wanted to do.
As Hologram sends down Action Andretti. Commander is up in the corner. RPG Vice, though, swarming. Hologram now, things really breaking down between all 8 combatants. And look at Leo Rush just stepping in a battle, throwing hands.
Yeah, tough to the referee right now. This is hard. This is because this thing is getting nuts. I believe Andretti's nose is bleeding, or he's got a broken nose or something after that move earlier.
Yeah, it's a good call. It is. Yeah, I can see the blood from here.
Yeah, I just looked off the monitor.
Wait a second.
Bandito. Is Andretti bust open?
What the hell are these guys doing?
Oh my God!
What's going on here?
Oh my goodness! What did we just see?
Whoa. Oh, Andretti is bust open. Shit.
That was amazing. I've never seen that ever.
I got to give a lot of credit to Action Andretti to kick out of that. He's in trouble here. He's hurt. These guys know he's hurt. His nose is busted. I'm telling you, it's busted. And it's tough to breathe when it happens. Now what?
Wait a second. Hologram Commander. AR Fox and Bandito all on the top. 450s. Shooting star press. And a 1, 2. Oh, he a team.
Andretti's legal man. They keep trying to gun in on him. He's showing heart and kicking out. They're not done with Andretti. What the hell?
Oh, okay, so we're just going to ignore the fact that there can only be one person in the ring at one time. Oh, that's fine though. The Mexicans pick up the win. The Mexicans and AR Fox.
You know what, Andretti, I know he was on the losing side, but that was a hell of an effort by that kid twice to get out of that. It looks like he's bleeding from his eye as well.
Hard fought, hard earned effort.
Good win for AR Fox, Bandito, Commander, and Hologram. We're going to get into good old Netflix now. Give me a minute here. Gotta get into the old Netflix. We have 5 minutes left until NXT starts. Shit, I said my wrong count. Just go into this one here. Alright. I have the right one. Alright. There we go, right, we're back. Alright, 5 minutes until NXT starts. Right, I was pretty impressed with that last match on AEW. I was pretty impressed with that. Some of the spots they did was good. Yeah, the one or two botches they had during that match was, like I said, Leo Rush needs to slow the fuck down, man. As I said, I know he's a cruiserweight. He's supposed to move around fast, but you don't have to be moving around fucking fast. 1,000 miles per hour now, do you? It's only come from my perspective. This is only coming from my perspective. I've only been wrestling for 3.5 years. I think we've nearly been live for 2 hours already. If it is too loud, then alright, just tell me. It's not then, it's fine. starting any moment right now. Here we go. NXT Battleground 2025 is about to get underway. I am going to get no sleep. I can feel it.
The center of the wrestling universe is in Tampa. Raw tomorrow night. Saturday night's main event 24 hours ago. And tonight, this city hosts its first premium live event in 4 years. Welcome to WWE.
Oh, that's when Saturday night's main event was last night. I didn't
Earlier
even
today, our
know.
women's champion, the Dark Angel, Stephanie McMahon, arrived prepared to defend the women's title, and she will do so tonight against the Juggernaut. We will find out tonight truly who is the best when these two go one-on-one. On the topic of championships, there is Oba Femi. He will defend the NXT championship against, well, an unknown, NQCC's Miles Bourne, who shocked the world earning this championship opportunity. Can he prove he was born to be champion here tonight? And the question is, do you believe? Joe Hendry puts the TNA World Championship on the line for the first
Crazy
time
that
on
TNA
WWE
Championship
programming against that man,
on
Trick
the
Williams.
line
The
on
question
the
now
WWE
is,
show.
who will make history tonight? And the energy is absolutely electric here in Tampa.
Sick.
The lines have been drawn. Who survives? Who will be victorious after Battleground?
I suppose it's definitely the keys on first. Oh shit, no. We've got a new year.
Leaders from two companies, one that should have the home field advantage.
I'm Trick Williams. I'm the face of this brand.
But now,
Trick Williams
is just an outcast in his own kingdom.
is a whiny bitch. For the first time on WWE programming, the TNA World title will be defended.
This match will be historic because of me. As fast as your star rose to the top, it can come crashing back down.
Can Hendry prove to Williams? Joe Hendry is no average Joe.
A battle of a destroyed family, started by a once loyal soldier, now threatening an empire.
I am sick of taking your orders. Made your bed, and that battleground, you're gonna lay in. I finished the dime once and for all. There is no bailout. Just me breaking your face.
Some have everything to lose, but others battle with everything to gain.
I shocked the damn world. Moore did it!
You're the #1 contender.
I'm hard of hearing, but I heard in that line.
I want to be judged by my ability, not my disability.
So be it. When you step into the ring with me, your dream will die.
I'm ready to shock the world again.
A battle for domination between the best in their arena.
Top the best women's division in professional wrestling.
Grace Becker for the women's title at Battleground.
She escaped with the NXT Women's Championship once,
La Primera establishes dominance once again.
but at Battleground,
Beast mode gets engaged.
there is no escape.
I will show you. When you get close to my hell, you will burn in flames.
And so, Let the battle begin. Welcome to Battleground.
And here we go, chats, because we're a fucking kickoff.
And now, WWE presents Battleground.
I'm starting off with Sol Ruka.
The following contest scheduled for one fall. It's for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Introducing first, accompanied by Zoria from Honolulu, Hawaii. She is the NXT Women's North American
Here we go, starting off with the Women's North American title with Sol Ruka versus Kalani Jordan.
Well, what a way to kick off Battleground, the first championship match of the night. And we want to welcome you in ringside, Big Joseph, alongside two-time WWE Hall of Fame, none other than Booker T, and also to my left, that being Corey Graves. And look, Corey, careers are going to be defined, history is going to be made.
The atmosphere is always special here in Tampa, a city where many of us began our WWE journeys, not far down the road on Dale Mabry Highway. I want to know who's going to take the next step tonight at Battleground.
And the ladies kicking this thing off. This could be a main event, guys, anywhere in the world.
Oh my god, this is such a Death Rebel song. You can tell. No pop for when she came out. No pop for when Kalani Jordan came out.
Killer instinct. Oh, Kalani Jordan has never been a slouch in the ring in experience. But what we've seen over the past several months has truly been an evolution of Kalani Jordan as a competitor. Booker, I think you'll agree with me. We've asked to see a little more aggression, a little bit more of a mean streak from the first ever North American Women's Champion. I say we got it.
That caterpillar that turned into the butterfly that stings like a bee. That's Kalani Jordan. She's grown up so much over this last year. The first, guys, the first women's North American champion. Stand up, man.
And Booker hit this point moments ago, Graves. And I think you'll agree, this is going to set the tone for Battleground tonight.
Absolutely, you can feel the energy backstage all day.
That looks so small.
Match on the card is going to have
I know it's supposed to be for a woman, but still, fuck me, that belt is small.
And how massive each opportunity to compete here in NXT is.
You can see on the face of Sol Ruka a little tip of the cap to Zari on the outside. Also, looks like a little bit of war paint, so to speak, here at Battleground.
Sol Ruka taking a page out of Zaria's handbook. Ready for battle at Battleground. Look at the athleticism right off of the opening bell.
Oh, yes, I'm loving it.
Expect to see a lot more of that. Misdirection by Sol.
Shoulders down and rolling right back through as Ruka sidestepping the drop kick. And again, both these women know each other so very well. Long-standing rivalry between these two over the women's North American title. Jordan's first defense was against Sol. It's fitting. Sol's first defense is against Kalani. Both were in that ladder match last year.
Very well.
Kalani became the first woman to hold this title. Both that stand and deliver, and both again competing here tonight.
I feel appreciate the start of the match.
Beautiful work.
Hear the appreciation for these two athletes throughout the Yingling Center.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Booker, it's all about sportsmanship again. These two have been through the trenches, and they did get a little shake of the hand, and now right back to it. So overpowering Kalani early on and up front.
Listen, I think it can be all about sportsmanship, but you can't be afraid to bend a rule here and there. Take a shortcut. Thumb somebody in the eye.
Kalani earned this opportunity by beating Zaria this past Tuesday.
Wow, that's what we need to see out of Jordan.
Is that killer instinct you both were talking about?
No doubt.
No time for shaking hands right now. This is about competition. This is about the championship. This is about the North American championship.
Look at this submission stepping through like a man did last night.
STF applied.
Trying to reach out to that bottom rope, Kalani, but look, Kalani wants to fight her way through this hold right here, right now, but right now, desperation may be setting in because Sol Ruka has this cinched in deep.
almost in the center of the ring, shifting weight, shoulders down in the near fall. You know, Graves, when you take a look at these two, are they really starting to set themselves up to be the foundation of this division?
Potentially, only time will tell, but both Sol Ruca and
Nice
Kalani
little
Jordan
super
have
kick
got very,
there
very bright,
from Sol
hopefully
Ruca
long
into
futures
a
in WWE ahead of them.
stolen
They could fight
suplex.
forever, as they say.
First of many, many battles, guys.
Nice,
Think
that
about
was
it.
a kick
Sol
up
with a
throw
suplex
up.
into a move.
Nice.
Standing style, cover, shifting again, counter, shoulders down. Another near fall,
Just look
coming
at
right
that
back in,
ass.
flipping over his Sol, center of the ring. Another near fall. Kalani getting out this time. She's going to take down the champion, and the champion just able to wiggle free at the count of 2. Again, back and forth, looking for maybe a crucifix. Blocking it though, showing that strength. And Ruka the
Nice throw up.
Whoa, that was
Kick out too.
Based solely off the opening moments of this contest, I think this one's going to come down to which of these two ladies makes the first mistake, period.
I think Sol Ruca's got a bad strategy right now because I don't think she's going to outwit Kalani Jordan in this match.
Oh, and there could have been that mistake, Graves, you were alluding to, and now make
baby! Oh, baby! That could be it.
Hook of the leg, and another near fall. You know,
I don't even
how
know
much
what to say about
different
that.
is Kalani now? 1 year ago, because Ruka was at Battleground last year in Vegas. She won the gold.
Well, like I say, we watched Kalani Jordan grow up in the middle of that ring. And, you know, like I say, being the first North American champion, that tells me she's got all the skills. She's a special, special talent, Victor.
I think something also that's important to remember is nice Northern Lights with a bridge, shoulders down, and again, another kick out by Sol Ruca. Kalani lost the title at Halloween Havoc. She faced 3 different opponents on that night, Booker, those, of course, being fatal injuries.
No, I mean, Kalani Jordan, she's one that's going to fight. She's going to stay in the game, and right now she's doing a hell of a job with Sol Ruca. I'm wondering if she can become a 2-time champion at this young age.
Oh, look at this innovative offense. Oh, with a little bit of a twist from Kalani. Kalani now stacking up Sol, and another kick out, but now trying to transition, I don't know, Graves, into maybe a single leg Boston Crab.
It seems apparent to me thus far that Kalani Jordan has certainly done her homework on the champion. But this is where the inexperience can factor in. Kalani Jordan certainly not a submission expert by any stretch of the imagination. She's obviously added some new wrinkles to her game, some aggression. We've seen the cross-faced chicken wing in the past serve her very well. Look at the nice half crab.
This half crab is locked in, but Sol Ruca did a nice job of keeping the pressure off her lower back. And now looking at her partner, that being Zari on the outside, trying to navigate her way to that bottom rope to break the hold. And there's Kalani now trying to sit down in this single leg crab, and this is one way to counter that high-flying ability of Sol Ruca.
Ruca's been able to maintain her knee underneath her, minimizing the pressure while this is still painful, not likely to force a submission. And the champion able to escape into a jackknife cover goes Jordan.
Shoulders down and another kick out. And, you know, some people have said about Sol Ruca, you know, being a double champion, there's pressure. Graves, on WWE Speed, have you noticed pressure getting to Sol Ruca?
Listen, some athletes thrive under pressure, and that's what we've seen from Sol Ruca thus far in both of her championship reigns, albeit young reigns. Nothing short of impressive.
And to that point, whoa! Wow! Wiggling for a moment, catching her balance is Sol. Precarious position! X Factor! X found the spot!
She's out.
If Ruca can make the cover, this one is over.
But Sol Ruca landed almost on her tailbone as well. Wow! Listen to this place.
Crazy.
Another look as Kalani Jordan driven face first into the canvas. But you were right, Vic. Rough landing for the champion at the same time.
You know, Booker, you are someone who knows just how difficult it is to defend 2
Good
separate
way
titles.
to start off background.
It's almost impossible to defend 2 titles. I mean, the time on the road alone pretty much take that out of the equation.
This position. Kicking off Battleground. Starting to pick up some steam now is Ruca. Big knee right under the jaw. Rocking Kalani, and Kalani wisely rolling to the outside. That was smart because she has been rocked around in this matchup.
Smart decision, but Kalani also has to take into account the fact that Zarya is only a few feet away, and you can never take your eyes off of her.
Of course, becoming champion after Stephanie Vaquer, who was a double champion, relinquished the title for the betterment of the women's division. Vaquer, Jordan Grace still to come.
Oh my God! No!
Whoa.
Jordan may be looking for a
Suplex
fisherman
in the apron,
suplex
maybe.
on the apron.
Countered by Sol for a moment. You gotta imagine Zarya being out there helping Sol in this moment.
Ruca showing she's got some dynamite in her fists.
Talk about athleticism. Take a look at Kalani.
course, the background of Michigan State just rocking, though, Ruka to the floor. You know, Booker, I would say Kalani has, look out, guys. Kalani has shed that little sister stigma.
Oh,
baby. We talked about Kalani Jordan, how much she's grown up. You can feel it. You can feel it in the air tonight, man. Kalani Jordan is about to cash in, perhaps become two-time North American champion.
Bill Collins couldn't have said it better than you, Book, as now Kalani could be looking for the knockout blow here against Sol Ruka. Going up, oh! Sol said, said that you certainly did. Now trying to hoist up, another counter, trying to roll through again. Is Kalani, but Sol being able to stay one step ahead. Oh! That was innovative. That was almost like a backstabber of sorts. Modification on the backstabber.
Stretching out the arms and a backstabber. Oh my god.
Thinking about taking it high risk.
What is she thinking, man?
Sol Ruka gonna fly.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The judges give a
Fucking
10
hell.
to Sol Ruka.
Fantastic first match of the card.
Let these ladies know. We knew this place would be rocking. We always talk about the athleticism. Sol showcasing some power as well, but a big splash off the top. Hook of the leg into the cover.
He's too insane.
No, go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying, Sol Ruka showing me something, guys, because in her first title defense, she's doing a hell of a job. They say, you're not a champion until you go out there and defend that championship in the middle of that ring, guys. This is battleground.
And again, hard to argue, but another thing to point out, Sol is trying to take a page out of Zaria's book and paid for it. It looked like maybe she was trying to enter into the zone of destruction, didn't work out. And Kalani now. We've seen her win in the past with that 5-star
got all of it.
Splash.
Got all,
and another near cover again. And a kick out. For a third time, still not the charm. Gotta stay focused though.
3-2 counts there.
Out that killer instinct we talked about. Have to realize every time the champion.
Kalani not happy. She's coming to the top.
Jordan trying to become a two-time
Here comes Sol Ruka.
First to do so. Sol Ruka looking to be successful in her first championship defense.
Nice little
On
strikes.
the line in this matchup here, Book.
Kalani. They're getting these two on the top rope.
Not a great position for both of these ladies.
What is he thinking?
Oh, baby.
Oh, my.
Oh,
No. Don't do it. Oh, holy. Shit, trying to go for a poison rana. Off the top. Spam! Fucking hell. 1, 2. Oh!
Unreal. Take another look first at the splash. Full extension, full impact for Jordan. Not enough to finish the job. And this is insane impact.
Fucking hell, man.
From Sol Ruka, borrowing a maneuver from her friend Zaria, but still not done.
Wow, what a way to open up the card.
Looking for the Soul Snatcher, counter though by Kalani. Again, these two have had so many battles over the last year. Bringing it to tonight. Sol now trying to go up top, take another high risk, but Kalani.
Oh, these two on the top rope again.
I mean, there is nothing Booker stopping either of these women.
Yeah, right there. Sol Ruka just wasted a little bit too much time, maybe 1, maybe 2 seconds. And right there, Kalani trying to capitalize on
Spanish fly. Spanish fly to the top. So many near falls in this first match.
How much, Corey, this championship means to the locker room and to the two fighting over it. And you see Zaria on the outside barking orders, perhaps motivation to the champion Sol Ruka. Incredible effort thus far by both of these women, but neither able to pick up the W just yet. You can feel Tampa right now. I wonder whose corner they're in. Who are they trying to rally in this moment? We've heard the chant a few times over the years, both these guys. I think if both these girls would be apropos in this instance. Counter for counter. Oh, my God. Kalani just dropping bombs.
What I like about Kalani, she will fight you, man. She will throw hands. I love it, man.
I think that's what it's going to take at this juncture.
Good struggle from these two.
She wants this championship. She wants to prove herself. She's certainly doing it here. She's certainly doing it now. Fully focused in. Kalani, though, able to counter and then just stop through. But look where she's at, Grace. Looking for that one of a kind. Split-legged. Hey! Sorry, it just...
Zara getting involved. And Zara's been sent to the back.
Sorry, helped her partner, but at what cost?
Oh, keep your head in the game.
Incoming!
Ooh.
Jordan from behind with what could be the dagger that ends
That's definitely
Soul's
a stiff
reign.
kick.
Booker, did you just feel the momentum shift in this matchup?
I mean, the air just seemed to have gone out of the room right now. Right now, Kalani Jordan is in perfect.
Kalani going. Soul could try and go for a soul snatcher. It's reversed again. These two go to the top again. So many high spots in this first match. Like 2K matches. Soul Ruka. Oh my god, look at that ass.
Going up. Oh! Soul freaking snatcher from the top! And Soul secures her first successful defense.
Bang.
Here's your winner, and
Nah. I swear that finisher gets better the more I see it. Fuck me. She is good, ain't she?
But the look on your face when we just saw that, you were speechless.
My jaw about hit the table in front of us. Take another look at Zarya getting caught red-handed. Her heart may have been in the right place.
What a way to open up the card, man. Wow.
Soul Ruka took her eye off the prize for just a moment. But when you are capable of that sort of breathtaking athleticism, you can afford a mistake from time to time. What a victory by the champion, Soul Ruka.
Wow. I need to watch more Soul Ruka, man. She's good.
For Soul Ruka, who continues to roll and ride the wave of momentum as champion here in NXT.
On June 7th, Los Angeles hosts two epic events. WWE Worlds Collide, featuring Triple A Lucha Libre.
My, oh my, how good is this?
And WWE Money in the Bank.
The opportunity of a
No, I'll be at Fabio Wally, Jonah, Justice Finney that day, June 7th.
Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank in Los
I
Angeles.
don't think I'll be able to watch Worlds Collide. I might be able to. I don't know.
On June 28th.
Oh no, oh no. They're announcing another Saudi card. Oh no. Night of Champions, June 28th, ladies and gentlemen. Night of Champions, June 28th.
Saudi Arabia. Tickets available soon on ebook.
That's another pay-per-view I've got to watch. Oh, we're getting the six-man tag next, I think.
Jensen getting up on the apron. Our official doing his best. Oh, no, easy with the boot on the outside behind the official's back. And Sean Spears, ugly inside cradle. And Spears steals one tonight. Here is your winner, Sean Spears. Briggs in absolute disbelief because he wasn't just facing one man. He was facing the whole damn coming. And now the emotions get into Briggs one more time.
That first match. Wow.
Briggs is out here fighting out by himself.
Ill-advised decision by Josh Briggs, who's just being mauled and mugged right now at the hands of the Culling.
Oh, the Culling loves it. Spears right now is salivating.
Oh, it's a tag champ.
It's Hank and Tank. Evening the odds. All six of these men now.
And remember what Hank and Tank told Josh Briggs. Listen to the NXT universe. Rise up for the champs. Hank and Tank told Briggs they would have his back, and the tag team champions certainly did here tonight.
Gentlemen, our moment has arrived. Tonight, for the very first time, we team together, and how fitting. On a grand stage of a PLE. A stage that's unfamiliar to you, Nico, and a platform that's but a memory for you folks, but that's all temporary. Men, tonight you can rely on my experience and my wisdom to guide, but make no mistake, I will be leaning on you both, because you have rejuvenated my purpose by becoming the truest versions of yourselves. Now those three superstars, Hank, Tank, and Briggs, they pose a very formidable challenge, but worth a culling. And we have the ability to be victorious.
Battleground. The perfect description for the setting tonight. This is the biggest match of my life. And with my brothers by my side, I will leave carnage. Smash through 3 brick walls if I have to, just to make sure our hands are raised.
This is a moment of reflection for me and my journey. From where I was, wondering if I would continue to fall short. But now I realize that I was hanging with the wrong people. I'm not focused on what was, but what's in front of me. And that is 3 people who have my best interests in their minds and the epitome of what true friends are.
Tonight, the calling ascends once again, closing the doors on the past by putting down Josh Briggs, and opening the doors of the future by letting
Wonder
Hank
if,
and Tank know that
wonder
we're
who's gonna
coming
win this
for
match
the
then.
NXT Tag Team titles.
The Cullen versus
Slaughter the feeble, and the calling does whatever it needs to do to
the
win.
Cullen versus Hank and Tank and Josh Brooks. Somehow gonna get back. It's late. I'm back. Fuck's sake, get back.
2-day combo tickets for SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey on Saturday, August the 2nd and Sunday, August 3rd are on sale now via Ticketmaster.
Oh, Corey, take a look at who's here. Ava backstage having a chat with Dalise and Chick Tormenta, luchadores from AAA. You got to wonder if it's going to have Worlds Collide implications. But let's throw backstage to Sarah Schreiber with a very special guest.
Got some Mexicans backstage.
Joining me right now is the standard of TNA, Mike Santana. Mike, you're taking
Mike
your first
Santana.
ever WWE Premium Live event. How are you enjoying it?
Sarah, it's taken me 16 years to finally walk through the doors here at the WWE. So to say I'm having a hell of a time is a definite understatement. But listen, I've made it very clear that I'm coming after the TNA World title. So I'm here to watch Joe and Trick throw hands against each other. And to the WWE universe that don't know who I am, I'm a loud and proud Boricua from the Bronx, New York, baby. I don't mix words. And keeping it a buck has been ingrained in me since day one. So I'm gonna keep it plain and simple for you. I'm here because I want the winner of tonight's match. I want who's walking out TNA World Champ.
Look, another TNA wrestler where they don't belong. You know, it's bad enough we got Joe Hendry here stealing the main event spotlight tonight. Now we got Santana here demanding things. You know, I'm getting
I
really
suppose
sick and
Joanne
tired
June
of all
man
the
went there if he
silence
said
here.
that.
Charlie, you don't know me. I'm here cutting into my interview time, calling me an outsider. We all know time is money, so we obviously have a problem.
Hey, look, Charlie, hey, I got this. Respectfully, dog, I don't see no problem. I see an opportunity for both of us. My boy Miles is getting his with his NXT title match, so if you don't mind, I want an opportunity with the standard of TNA itself. What's Tuesday sound?
Fire, respect, unlike your homeboy here. Get with your management, I'm gonna get with mine. See you in 48 hours.
Come on, man.
Fair enough. That's actually a good match on Tuesday night. They're culling, making their way to the ring.
The following contest is a six-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Izzy Dane, Nico Vince, Brooks Jensen, and Sean Spears. The Calling!
Graves, how has Spears continued to sculpt the Calling?
Sean Spears finds the weak, finds the injured, finds the wounded, and infiltrates their psyche completely. A few months
This should be a good match as well. I see all the matches on NXT card tonight being
proving
good.
herself to be such an invaluable asset to the Culling. Yet here we are. Sean Spears continues to gain power by utilizing the people around him who are some of the most dangerous in NXT.
What is it you say, Booker, about Sean Spears?
No, he's definitely the GPS, the navigator.
These guys get lost in their own hotel rooms.
Oh, yes, man.
Oh yes, man.
The team on Josh Briggs and the NXT Tag Team Champions, Hank Walker.
Here comes Hankin Tank and Josh Briggs.
I'm not even going to ask Booker this, Graves. You got to admire our tag team champions for being men of their word, saying we will have your back.
Hank and Tank have certainly lived up to their promise as pertains to Josh Briggs. But this could be an instance of the tag team champions involving themselves in a conflict that they need not. This is Josh Briggs' problem. Josh Briggs needs to get his head straight.
I'm willing to bet, Booker, you think that Hank and Tank should have mind their own business?
Concerning themselves with business that don't concern them, Vic. Come on, they're the tag team champions. They need to be thinking about the tag team championship and who's next. That's what they should be thinking about. Come on, man.
You got to imagine if the Culling is able to get a victory here tonight, they should be in the championship.
You damn right. You damn right. A place that they should not be in. Right.
Who? The Culling shouldn't be in.
I mean, like I say, this match might put them in that position.
Well, there goes Briggs right out of the gates, and you know he is as angry as we've ever seen him, Corey. And you've known him longer than we have.
Listen, Briggs is not in a great headspace right now.
Send his
Tonight is
Spears
of the
off
utmost
the
importance.
ropes.
If Briggs doesn't come out of here with a victory, or at least a
Shit, that's not
showing,
Spears.
it could be catastrophic for him
It
mentally.
looks like Spears,
When your
but
head's
he's
not
not.
right, Book, I think you'll agree with me. It doesn't matter what your body does.
Who's Tony?
One thing about the big
Don't
guy,
even know his name.
he's always on top early in the game. Seems like he loses food somewhere midway through.
Oh, Hank and Tank doing their best right now as they've tagged into the matchup. Well, let Booker have his thing. It's only two, but Vance rolling out of the way, and look, Nico Vance, this is someone who has had 4 or 5 matches.
Here comes Spears and the other dummy.
On the premium live stage.
Gets sent to the outside. Here comes Hankin Tank.
No doubt about that, but look at that was a lot of beef. And the belly bandits are out.
God damn.
In Tampa.
Take a look at this. Hank and Tank
Fucking hell.
Josh Briggs sacrificing his own body, bringing a little mayhem.
And look, I mean, it has to feel good for Briggs to feel supported. I mean, you got to think that, right? I mean, he's got to
I'm sure it feels good, but everyone feels good when they're supported. Everyone likes to be at home in their bed. You don't need to worry about support in this game. You need to worry about who stands on your own 2 feet.
Can I ask you guys a question? Can you?
Oh, no!
Shit.
Oh, my God, man.
The officials, check it. Did you hear that impact, Graves?
Look at this
Fucking
once again.
Rocker sent himself flying into that post.
Absolutely sickening thud. That was cranium meets steel.
Booker, I'm sorry to cut you off what you're saying, but that was gnarly.
Back to my question. Can you trust Brooks?
Stiff forearms. Rock with stiff forearms. Look at that.
Can you trust Josh Briggs? I don't know, man. I don't think you can. Different partners. Come on, man. We've seen it right.
Another cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out. This is one man who obviously lost trust in Briggs.
One of the aforementioned partners that Booker just brought up.
Jensen held the United Kingdom tag titles with Briggs. They were as close as brothers at one point. Jensen has blamed Briggs time and time again and has found a new family with Nico Vance, who right now is in the ring showcasing his...
Just think about how close Inamura was to becoming tag team champions here. And who messed it up? Josh Briggs. Who messed it up? Who could not stay focused? Who's the one who messed it? Come on, man.
I agree with you, Book. I have nothing to argue. I mean, no leg
Let's
to
go,
stand on, to be
man.
honest. And, you know, you take a look at what happened on the
Off the
countdown to
ropes.
Battleground. Both Jensen and Vance thanked
Schoolboy.
Sean Spears, shoulders down.
Oh, baby.
Kick out
They
two.
thanked him for getting them to the premium
Fucking
live
hell, that
stage.
shoulder
Vance's first
tackle.
premium live event, his fifth televised match. Jensen's first premium live event in 3 years as Sean Spears checks into the match.
Sean Spears, I must say, this guy has done a hell of a job.
Sean Spears now tied in this match.
Jensen and Izzy. I mean, come on. Brooks Jensen, he's got a lifetime membership to Supercuts. Look at the guy. He looks great.
He certainly does, Booker. You all of a sudden become a fashionista between him and Ricky Saints here on NXT as Sean Spears going to work.
I mean, you see the $500 shirts. I mean, you see the new attitude. I mean, come on, he's looking great. He's been to the gym. He's been training.
And Booker, he thanked Sean Spears for that, but it looks like, and Corey brought up a great point earlier. Yes, I know it's the only kind you make. Booker seems, you know, it seems Spears thrives off exploiting the insecurity of others.
I mean, who's insecure here? Izzy Dane? Izzy Dane?
Oh, it's reversal from, I think that's Hank.
Nico Vance, a young upstart, a guy who's looking to be a superstar in this
There we
business.
go.
Come on.
Hank trying to get to his corner, but
a dark place. He might be the only guy. He was in a dark place, but right now
dragged
he's
back,
seeing the
reversing it now.
Much about Nico Vance. He could have been in a dark place as well. And I mean, Graves, is that how he formed the Culling, playing on their weaknesses?
What are you saying? What are you saying?
To form his own family?
Tags out Josh
Is that
Briggs.
how Sean Spears put them all together?
Fucking hell, that's mine.
Hooks in, gets his claws in early when these superstars are down on their luck. I agree. When they're down and out.
It was real something. Sean Spears has done a hell
Brooks
of a job.
Jensen again flying, but here we go, hot tag. Here comes Tank, taking out Sean Spears.
And Tank right now, moving with a purpose.
Oh, baby.
Hank, Tank, Briggs have all bonded over their passion for this brand. Hank and Tank taking
Fucking
all
hell.
that advice they've received from teams over the last several months, trying to put it all together. And Briggs is someone who knows about the highs
Bro,
and
Tank
the
is
lows.
actually insane. Look at him go. Fucking hell.
Cannonball.
He's sweating gravy right now, Graves.
I couldn't see because he broke my monitor, derelict.
And whoa, flying
Fucking
through the air.
hell. It's flying all over the
Tank
place.
is unglued. Showcasing that power, and this goes back to what you said about being tag team champions, Booker. Maybe they are thinking 2 steps ahead. We just don't see it.
Here comes Josh Briggs.
Dropping Nico Vance.
Big shot.
Taking out Nico Vance and
I love that. Maybe he's got
Brooks Jensen.
Maybe he's in the game.
Here comes
All of a
Hank.
sudden he loves it, Graves. Did you hear that?
I'm just making a point. I'm making a point.
Stay on one side of the fence.
Hank and Tank with double superplex.
Nothing fallacious from Booker T just
Oh,
now.
Josh Briggs tagging himself in.
And that is a double superplex.
Double superplex.
Whoa, double elbows.
Unbelievable.
I think that was a flying headbutt from Nico Vance. Excuse me. The action flying around.
Josh Briggs moonsault.
From Briggs, who's legal, covering. Oh my.
Nico
word,
Vance
they just
and
broke
Brooks
that.
Jensen breaking up the pin.
Big Josh Briggs with
Fucking
a
hell.
big moonsault from the heavens. My God, man.
A man that big, for all intents and purposes, should not be able to do a maneuver that smoothly, like the moonsault from the man of mayhem.
It has been a battle since the beginning. Even for our opening contest, of course, last WWE
Mercedes
Battleground here in
Moné wins the
Tampa was
Owen Hart tournament.
2014. All these men are looking to hit their opponent, make them feel like they're back in 2014, including
It's
that
the first match in
spinning heel
AEW, I
kick
think it was.
from Jensen.
Contact right in the breadbasket. Impressive athleticism from Jensen.
Oh, big straight. That kick right to the bridge of the nose. Tag was made. Nico Vance is now legal. And Graves, there's a lot to like about Nico Vance.
Not as a human being, the guy's detestable,
Oh,
but
look
he's
at
a
the
very,
strength.
very
Look at
talented
the
athlete.
strength, guys.
Briggs. Briggs for a second and Spears.
Down,
Not often we
Spears
see
flying to
Spears
the
leave his
outside.
feet. Nico
Here
Vance,
comes
though,
Brooks Jensen.
Still just being able to hold, take
Nice.
into that dominator off the double
Nico
stomp.
Vance going for a pin. That was obviously a slow count.
Come on, the referee might have made a A bad call right there, guys.
Oh, Izzy Dame not happy with Felix Fernandez. The official in this moment.
Taking out Hank.
As this matchup continuing to roll on.
Yes, the official has the best view in the house. Gotta trust his discretion, certainly.
There's been bodies flying around this entire match. Who's to say, we, of course, as Greg just said, don't have the best vantage as our officials do. But again, now things starting to break down one more time. And
Hank throwing Jensen off the top.
For the ride. Swing and a miss tag was made. I don't think Jensen realized that Briggs is the legal superstar for his
Both men
team.
going to the outside.
Jensen, who are still the legal competitors in this matchup.
Well, back to their football days. Wiping out Spears.
Can't win it out there, though, guys.
Well, Briggs is the legal superstar. He is in the center of the ring, and he is trying to drag his former partner, his former friend, his former brother into the ring.
It's good providing level of catharsis.
Big splash.
Briggs needs desperately.
Hey, Grace, sometimes Briggs go for a cover there. He decided not to. I think he wants to inflict some damage as he goes after Nico Vance.
Briggs is thinking.
Whoa, wait a minute. Our official.
A boot from Izzy Dame.
The referee didn't see what happened. Another cover, and Briggs just able to kick out. Izzy Dame always seems to be the mastermind. Somehow, some way.
Jensen
no one there.
misses the splash. Close line.
He didn't cover him again.
Here comes Hank and Tank.
Looking to make a tag. In comes Hank. Nico Vance back up, and things are getting out of hand. Another tag was made. It is now Tank that is legal.
Hank and Tank. Oh, they're getting fired up.
Hit first. Hit last.
Hank fucking killed him.
High impact offense from the champs. And they overcome the culling here tonight.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Again, what match?
Spears said Briggs was a prisoner of self-sabotage, but tonight the culling couldn't close the door.
And if you go
What a match.
Briggs and the NXT Tag Team Champions as we look at some of the high-impact closing moments. Vicious double team mid-ring crushes Brooks Jensen. And the beginning of the end for Hank, Tank, and Josh Briggs. What a win.
One has to imagine what the culling is going to be thinking about now after what just happened here tonight at Battleground. Did you see the tag team champion?
Here comes Nico Vice. Post-match attack. Shit.
This is what the culling was thinking about. Revenge. Spears, Vance, Jensen teeing off on the victors.
Like a pack of wolves. What did he say? He just told Izzy Dame to bring him a steel chair. Oh, wait, just because you lose the match, you end up doing this?
It's about the reckoning.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's about
Who's that?
Oh! Graves!
Inamura's here!
What's him?
He is here!
I thought Inamura's excursion was over!
To the shock and awe of the culling, Inamura with a chair!
What the hell?
What's him?
What do you mean,
He's
what the hell?
probably taking something.
Briggs! Hank! Tank!
Thought he was in Japan.
What a moment! I feel bad for Jensen, or at least a half second. And a little bit of payback for Briggs. Inamura is back. Briggs has to be rejoicing. One thing for sure, there is a lot of bellies at Battleground.
That's your takeaway? Bellies?
And some rejoicing. It's good to see a smile on the face of Josh Briggs.
Inamura returning to NXT and surprising everyone, but with me right now is Ethan Page. Ethan, ahead of your NXT North American Championship match on Tuesday against Ricky Saints, can you explain to us?
I really don't care what questions you ask. Ricky Saints, Everybody here seems to believe with their heart that you are the coolest guy in NXT. Sarah, I hate to break it to you and everybody watching, but that's all external. None of that's real. It's just for show. All the confidence, the charisma, that silver tongue, the way he dresses. Yeah, because on the inside, Ricky Saints, one of the most insecure human beings I have ever met. I mean, how else do you explain making such poor decisions based on emotion? Why? Because you got pressed a little bit, challenged a little bit, put in a corner, Ricky. And now here we are on Tuesday. Ethan Page gets a shot at the North American Championship. Ricky, you have followed every single footstep I have taken for the last 3 months since you showed up in NXT. Well, that path you've been following, it ends on Tuesday
Hello, Ethan.
when I become boss, the new North American champion. So please have my side plates ready.
Well, we'll see. But Ethan, what I actually came here to tell you is that because of the mess you and Ricky created, you two are actually going to kick off the show on Tuesday.
Oh, no. This is actually fantastic because the longer this goes, I promise you, the worse it's going to get for Ricky.
Ethan, stop talking. I wasn't done. What I was going to continue saying was that whoever wins the North American title match on Tuesday will defend it on Saturday, June 7th at Worlds Collide. Good luck.
Thanks, boss. Rated T15.
It's a madhouse.
Alright. I suppose. Actually, I need to check what is even the card.
WWE Live is louder than ever. And they're bringing the noise city to city.
We're taking notes.
What do we have?
So get ready to join the action. 14 brand new events. Tickets on sale
I
now.
believe we'll have Stephen Fakir versus Jordan Grace next.
NXT. Some say it's a battlefield, but to me, it's home. I'm Tony D'Angelo, the Don of NXT.
Or Tony D'Angelo matchup. That's even in the card.
Family together is Adriana.
Fool me once, I break your face.
Then there's Luca Crucifino, my consigliere. Luca, you get that thing done? That thing and the other thing. It's getting on. Take care of business. Stacks, that's my boy. He's my right-hand man. He's the underboss. Grew up together.
I always had his back because that's what loyalty is all about.
I trust him with my life. He saved my ass more times than I can count.
When I got locked up, he handled business.
You know I'd do anything for you, right? Just like you taught me, T. I learned from the best. I can't remember a time that it wasn't me and Stacks against the world. Our time is now, Don. It's time for us to take over.
The Tom and the Underboss. Two-time tag team champions.
I'm gonna be loyal to the end. You can always trust me, T. Always.
Hey! Thursday!
How do we not see this coming? T, we gotta take the fight to them. They're dangerous. You gotta... Listen, that's your temper talking. Emotion is a sign of weakness. Yeah, but the same thing can be said about the family right now. No respect.
Now, Stacks, he's always been so passionate. He always wanted to lead the family.
I'm the underboss. It's my home. Are you with me?
But at the same time, Stacks' impulsivity...
Stan, you still there?
Stacks, what the hell are you doing? Risking the family on something I didn't sign off on?
Stacks, do not question me again. Listen, we all want Dog State, okay?
But we're not gonna do it in some street. We're gonna do it in front of the entire world. Stand and deliver.
Understand me? Understood. You can always trust me, T. Always.
Yeah. Very well.
I am sick of taking your orders. You aren't capable of leading
Stop
this.
passing out.
You were getting soft. I had to take the reins myself and put you in your place. Luca, go on.
You need to make this right.
You know why I invited you out here. And then you send Rizzo into hiding?
What if we have a sit down?
Look, I can't sit down with him. He declared war.
He waited for the whole world to be watching. He took that knife and he stuck it right in my back.
I don't want one of those nights where I'm just not sleepy at all. I may be yawning, but I'm not tired at all. Well, I'm a little tired, but you know what I mean.
At Battleground, I finished the Don and put an end to the D'Angelo family once and for all.
Stax, so you wanted all the glory. That's why you're never gonna sit in a big chair. And at Battleground, there is no betrayal. There is no bailout. Just me breaking your face.
Oh, we've got Tony D'Angelo versus Channing Stax Lorenzo next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 240 pounds.
Right, so the remaining matches we have are Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams, Stephanie Vickers versus Jordan Gross, and Mars Bourne versus Oba Femi. Three other matches we have on tonight's card.
That the Don is seeing red right now, but that's exactly what Stax wants the Don to be seeing. Stax can get under the skin inside the head of Tony D'Angelo. We may leave here with a new Don of NXT.
D'Angelo said the worst thing about betrayal, it never comes from your enemy.
From Albany, New York, weighing in at 206 pounds, the Underboss, Channing Stax Lorenzo.
We just saw him step on and over the D'Angelo family crest. I still just don't understand or even want to believe that Stax betrayed his family.
You don't have to like it, you don't have to believe it, but you do have to accept it, Vic. And I may be guilty of playing.
I'm saying Villa was robbed signing the crowd. Oh my god.
Situation than we will ever be. Stax understood the life that the family led better than you and I ever will. Obviously, the underboss felt that something had to change and forced his hand to take the Don out.
He did force that hand, Booker, by betraying Tony D. The family at Stand and Deliver. Crucifino's missing. Rizzo into hiding. It just... We have seen these guys, though, the loyalty between the two, Booker.
Was it betrayal, or was it something that just had to happen? That's the question. That's the question.
It's fair, and this is the Don, his former underboss, one of the most personal grudge matches in recent memory here in NXT. The Don has not taken his eyes off of Lorenzo, and we've seen the Don stand up for what's right. Doesn't cut corners. Remember how he refused to use brass knuckles? Booker, do you think if given a chance tonight? If given the chance tonight, the Don is going to go to a dark side.
Oh, baby, here we go. let me tell you something. I had a chance to talk to Channing Stacks Lorenzo inside the Hall of Fame just yesterday. He told me he came in to stand and deliver a plan, and Tony D could not pull the trigger. Is Tony D soft? Is Tony D still the man to run this crew? I don't know. That's the question.
Stacks the one who declared war. There's been the 5 families of New York. They've had their issues. The Corleones, the Sopranos, the D'Angelos as well. And it was Tony D'Angelo said, if you want the big seat, come and take it, Stacks.
Stacks absolutely going to have to fight for the seat.
Tony D'Angelo is not happy. Starting off strong. As I stated at Channing Stacks Lorenzo getting on top of him.
Let me tell you something. That's when you can see the cracks forming back then. I'm gonna tell you, that's when Tony D lost his mojo. Some people, not me, say Tony D Ram talk. You know, a little soon.
Oh, now you're just spreading fake news right now.
I'm just saying.
And there's Tony D flying right back in. And look, Corey hinted to this, and he has talked about it. But to you, Booker, did you see the tensions escalating then between these two? If you want to go all the way back to then.
No, that's when it all started, I think. No, I think that's when it all started. I mean, Tony D was a man inside. He had the underboss. I wouldn't even call him the underboss. I'm calling him the boss now.
Whoa,
baby.
The boss changes like his landing from the dock.
Charlie landing there by Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Give him that respect, guys. Give him that respect.
Why do you respect him when he's getting his ass kicked right here in front of us? The Don came to fight in this matchup. The Don was ready since the beginning, and there went rib first. Stacks into the side of the ring.
Question is, it's done fighting on emotion. All emotion right here. That could be a bad thing. That could be a bad thing.
I'll ask you what I asked Corey. The Don was making his way to the ring. How difficult do you think it's going to be for him to keep his composure? He seems pretty composed right now.
He looked very, very confident, but I would say that's a lot of false bravado, perhaps a lot of false confidence.
Sending Channing Stacks into the
I give
post.
him a lot of credit.
All you had to do was listen to me. That's all you had to do was listen, you mother. Get him.
Oh! This is what I'm talking about. You were talking about how composed the Don was. The Don took his eye off the prize for just a moment, and Stacks made him pay. That could be a recurring theme in this one.
And Stacks again, drop kick into the ribs. Booker, I think the point of those steel steps just went into the lower rib cage of the Don.
See that? The Don, he's still trying to talk some sense into Channing Stacks Lorenzo, but Channing Stacks Lorenzo, he's about pulling the trigger. He's about taking over this crew and taking it to another level. I like that, man.
Well, D'Angelo criticized Lorenzo for making impulsive decisions like the brawl with Dark State. Said that he didn't consult the Don. Stacks was taking things into his own hands because, as Lorenzo said, Tony D'Angelo is soft. That's what he said. He's soft.
If you want to maintain any sort of control in this industry, look at Sean Spears and McCullen. You got Don and the family. You make a lot of promises, but after a while, if you don't keep your promises, the people you're trying to keep control of are going to get tired of it. Maybe the success wasn't enough for Stacks.
Channing Stacks Lorenzo, that's what I call him. I mean, he had the right idea. He had the right idea. Take the fight to Dark State. You can't sit back and wait on somebody like Dark State to make the first move. You can't do that.
Guys, you both then seem to me that you understand why Lorenzo felt undermined.
Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Give him his damn credit, man. Give him his damn. This guy's the boss. This guy's taking over.
He's not the boss.
This guy's taking over.
He's not the Don.
Give him his credit, please.
What credit, Booker? He hasn't beaten the man. He's the underboss. Oh,
Hey.
yes, he has gotten this fight, but he's not in the big seat. He's not in the big chair. He's into the cover. He hooks the leg and a kick out from the Don.
That's the same thing he's feeling from Tony D. No respect. No respect. You can't even call the guy by his full name. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
If I sat here and said Channing Stacks Lorenzo for every move that he did, we wouldn't be able to talk through the whole damn match, Book. It seems like you're just trying to wiggle your way into the family somehow. Personal, professional, podcaster form. What are you gonna be their coach all the time?
I'm just giving this man his credit.
All I know is, Vic, you better watch your tongue, or you might end up wearing cement shoes, all right?
Oh, yeah, you would like that, I bet.
Far from here.
As Channing stacks Lorenzo with a beautiful submission right now, a body scissors. Book, you know a lot about putting on a body scissors.
Beautiful move right now. Tony D made tap because the squeeze right now is incredible by Channing stacks Lorenzo.
Well, as we look at this, Graves, you know as well as anybody, Channing stacks Lorenzo is not afraid to get his hands dirty.
What we're seeing right now is a very successful strategy being employed by Channing stacks Lorenzo. The Don is in trouble. It's like a constrictor right now. Every time the Don exhales, Stacks locks those legs a little bit tighter, trying to squeeze the breath out of Tony.
This now turning into just maybe a slugfest. And the Don right now swinging away. Going right back to those injured ribs, which again went to the point of the steel steps, and that has been the focal point for Lorenzo here in these last few moments. And coming in, and right back to the red basket.
Baby. That's what I'm saying. He's going to go for that kill shot. Right now, it's a bullseye on those floating ribs. And right now, Channing stacks Lorenzo is looking to lower the pool.
Oh,
yes, man.
Cement shoes in the center of the ring. And the Don able to fight out. Able to kick out. And look.
Malice in the eyes of Channing stacks Lorenzo as we look again at his knee being driven down right in the base of the Don's skull. Very nearly ended this one.
Every trader is motivated by either money. Ego. Or ideology. And it doesn't seem
at the end of this match, I'm move into the bed. But I'll stay on live.
Sees eye to eye with D'Angelo anymore. Both men had the same idea throughout this matchup, but Tony D'Angelo now starting to fight back.
From China.
Tony D's not going to quit. He's got a lot of fight in. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Oh, you remember the ankle earlier in the matchup, Graves, when Stacks came over the top rope? He just grabbed that left ankle once again. That might be something to keep our eye on.
Could be.
We are live in Tampa here for Battleground, and this is a battle between two former family members, Tony D'Angelo, Channing stacks Lorenzo. Let's not forget it was Lorenzo who lured D'Angelo into a trap. He threatened Lorenzo. He brutally attacked Tony with a crowbar. D'Angelo remembers every single moment of the last several weeks.
Trying to let Tony D know who the real boss is, man.
Nice fight busted by Tony. Fired up.
Tony D look like he's sucking it up.
Getting proper fired up now.
Still holding on to those ribs though, boy.
Just short rib right there, that floating rib, the cartilage.
What they say about a man who can't breathe, right, Book?
He can't fight.
D'Angelo doing his best to try to fight, and Stacks tried this earlier. And Tony D'Angelo throwing some body shots.
Big, heavy uppercuts to the ribs of Channing stacks Lorenzo.
Was decleating Lorenzo. Graves, you said it's hard for him to breathe, it's hard for him to move. I mean, you got to wonder, too, at what point does maybe Stacks really start focusing in and there is another kick right to the ribs, continuing to punish that part of the body. And you know, Tony's not going to stop fighting in this matchup. Whoa!
Self-preservation.
Another miss, and this again. D'Angelo with all the pain, trying to block out, trying to hoist up, trying to bridge.
Kick out of two from Channing Stacks.
So close.
It's got to be disheartening for Tony D'Angelo to fight through the pain, to summon all of the power you've got left to deliver a picture-perfect German suplex and have Stacks still survive.
Look at the look in the eyes of Tony D'Angelo right here, guys.
That Booker, does he look soft to you right now?
I mean, the guy doesn't look soft. He looks like he's...
Oh, got caught!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Got caught. Look at these elbows. One after another from Stacks.
Triangle right there. Just lock it in. Stacks to lock it in.
Trying to continue now. Oh, my. Again, fighting through the pain. Powerbomb. So much taken out of the Don. And instead of going for the cover, he pounces on top of his former underboss.
Gonna cost him. The emotions running too high. The Don's seeing red. He's not thinking straight.
Oh. Why did he stop? What's Tony doing?
It's my man Tony at the end.
You can't feel bad.
At the end of the day, these guys grew up together. They were a family. Maybe it's an attack of the conscience for Tony D'Angelo.
Look, we talk about the loyalty between these two, but I mean, this. Why stop now?
Tony feel like he could beat some sense into him, but he doesn't want to go that far. Maybe that's it.
Dax just told Tony you were weak. I knew it.
And again, he called him
3 hours in.
several times that he lost faith in the way Tony could carry the family.
3
And weakness being
hours.
shown, being
Going to
exploited
post.
now by Lorenzo. Spine first went the Don.
Question was just
Okay, I'm not
answered,
here for another
guys.
3 hours.
Will Tony D finish the job? He wouldn't finish the
Daytime.
job. He would not get the job done.
And
Oh, fucking hell.
Brutal impact. Spine first into the steel.
Bang.
Stacks.
Say that
Don
again.
with some daylight.
Running right through Stacks. And again now. This time, forget about it. Cover. And
Whoa.
I gotta give credit to Stacks on that exchange, being able to kick out, especially after what we just witnessed, him going spine
This
first
match,
into the
just let me
steel.
go to bed. I watched the funnest 3 matches in bed,
Here to be truly the boss of this family.
Could have been the final kiss, and the ribs. I think Tony was looking to launch, as we've seen so many times. Stacks over the top. He just couldn't do it. His body may be starting to give away.
Stacks now making the climb to the top turnbuckle. Target acquired. Has the Don in his sights. Here comes Lorenzo. Oh, he's gonna do it.
Man.
And falling and maybe fading to the outside is Tony D'Angelo.
Do your job, ref. Do your job.
Hold on. Booker, you remember this. Stacks looking for that ace up his sleeve, looking for his trusty crowbar he always hit. But one step ahead of the underboss was the Don.
What the hell? What the hell went wrong with the plan?
The Don showing why. Bam! Big
Stay.
spear! He's in the big seat. He's in the chair. Always has a plan. But again, so much taken out, and now just raining down fists, and I don't think that Don is going to stop now.
But the official might want to get in there and think about stopping this.
Come on, refs.
Sorry. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Please. I made your bed.
And now you lie in it. Tony, not to be fooled. The Don to the underboss. Big, massive spine buster. Luca Crucifino.
This dude was neck deep in the desert.
Hello, Luca Crucifino.
Just like it's stand and deliver. The referee didn't see it. He was just as shocked at Luca. And now looking for the final blow. Not like this.
Ooh, Terrence Stacks got those wins.
Call it the boss. Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
Take a look at this thunderous spine buster delivered by Tony D'Angelo moments prior to the stunning return of Luca Crucifino, the consigliere for the family, which opened the door for Stacks to deliver a low blow and a bicycle knee to the back of the skull of the Don. Titus D'Angelo, who looks to be sleeping with the fishes. Family turmoil continuing for the D'Angelos.
Oh. Tony D'Angelo not happy chat.
What's your story with Stephanie McMahon features sit-downs with people from all walks of life, sports, entertainment, business, and more to learn their stories and hear their journey. This week's guest was
Good takes,
30 Dominic Mysterio. Catch What's Your Story on Stephanie McMahon's YouTube channel or any audio platform where you get your podcasts. And Stephanie has been very busy of late. An all-new Stephanie's Places is out, featuring a two-time WWE Hall of Fame.
The most pressure was learning how to do the water spit. We know for a very long time I could never do the water spit.
Oh, Steph's gonna do my
Tell me the trick, like if there's a trick, you know? So that day of WrestleMania, when we have all this pressure, for like 2 hours, I'm standing in front of the shower trying to do your water spit. I don't know if I water spit.
We got that. You're about to find out. So I would ask.
You didn't let me in on how to do it until like the very, very end.
I told you how to do it. You just weren't paying attention.
It's not as easy as you think, right?
70's Places is a 10-episode ESPN original series following
Tell him
WWE
to join the
icon
live
Stephanie
now.
McMahon as she explores the pockets of America that helped shape the journeys of some of the most famous names in WWE history. Stephanie's Places is available to watch now on ESPN Plus, also on Hulu and Disney. Episode 9 features Triple H.
All the episode of Stephanie's Places right now. Give me the bed. Give me the bed here. Can't tell if you look can see me. Can't tell if you lot see me or not, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, it feels so good to be in this bed at last. Just finished Gran Turismo. Nice. Such an absolute cinema movie. Nice. I've been treated to 3 fantastic matches so far. We've got 3 more to go. I believe we've got the Women's Championship on next. Oh, this match about to be good. Who's messaging me at 2 o'clock in the morning, man? How the fuck is it still going? Because it is. Is it live in another country? Yeah, it's live in America. I was wondering why I stayed up so late. Yeah. Then there was one time, a couple of years ago, where it started at 1 and ended at like 5 in the morning. I could see the sun rising up when one of the shows finished. It was bloody insane. This when I get into bed when I'm watching wrestling shows, it's like this is where I suffer my fate because most of the time I fall asleep during the shows, and then I wake up at 6 a.m. to find my TV on the most random thing ever, and then I don't remember anything of it. Like the same day, but just a couple hours out, I don't remember anything about it. That's what happened for Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I fell asleep right before it happened, and then woke up at like it was on at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I think I woke up at 6 a.m. to find my TV on some random thing on Netflix, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on there?" And I checked the time. I was like, "Oh, I've missed Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul." But I couldn't be bothered to go and check it, so I checked that the next morning. But you know, it is what it is, though. Hmm. Here we go. Here comes George and Grace.
Place of history, of course, in this very building. 1995, Shawn Michaels, the first person to win the Royal Rumble from the first position. One of these two women will try and make history here tonight. Will history continue for Stephanie McCare, or will Jordan Grace start to build her own legacy?
I think I'm sure I go see. Oh, okay. Right, so that's done. Yeah, see you, Stan. Thanks for watching the live as always. CME.
Don't believe Stephanie McCarron is the #1 luchador in the world. Nice. I guarantee you they take exception with McCarron referring to herself as La Primera.
They might want to rethink that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Well, let's get ready for the NXT Women's title to be defended. We go up to Mike Rome.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Austin, Texas, Jordan Grace. And her opponent from San Fernando, Chile. She is the NXT Women's Champion, Stephanie McCarron.
Oh, my foot feels so stiff right now. Oh. Here we go. Match number 4 on the card.
NXT WWE Universe has been loud and rowdy all night long. And they continue to be vocal. Both these women want to be at the top of that women's division in professional wrestling. Only one will. Booker, it's hard to argue that Stephanie McCarron hasn't backed up everything she's said since making her WWE in-ring debut last summer.
Well, Stephanie McCarron said pretty close direct route to the top. Double champ. Double champ. The only one that ever did. She's a very, very extraordinary talented.
Technical abilities. And Graves, you are one who always tells me about, strategies, how you look at both athletes that are in the ring differently. Do you see this as a power versus technical ability sort of matchup? Absolutely. I would suggest their wheelhouse. Jordan Grace brings next level power to every match she competes in. McCarron, as we're seeing right before our very eyes, is a technical wizard. Stephanie can really do it all. But is Stephanie starting to stretch herself a little bit too thin? You think about going to Monday Night Raw?
Nice.
No, I think this is the case of riding the hot hand.
Oh, baby.
McCarron is firing on all cylinders right now. The onus is on her to continue that momentum. Jordan Grace needs to stop the Dark Angel. Oh! Stephanie McCarron, who represents NXT with pride wherever she goes. I'll tell you what I noticed in the opening moments of this match. This other time, Jordan Grace is spinning around the arena, almost as if she's humbled by the atmosphere here in the Yingling Center. Will she crumble under the moment, or will she become a dime?
I would say that we're going to be the top. Right now, she's here in NXT to conquer NXT, and right now she's in the ring to deal with Stephanie McCarron. Stephanie McCarron, that puts her at the top of the food chain, man. The top of the food chain.
Booker, I want to take something you just said. You talked about Jordan Grace being to the top, and right now a little back and forth between these two. But Stephanie McCarron said it best. Grace has been to the top of some brand, shoulders down in a near fall. Grace going right back in now, crucifix style. Shoulders down, another kick out. Grace just one more time. And these two obviously have done a lot of film study. And here we see a nice little bend, but not breaking, is Jordan Grace. Grace has been champion all over the world. Something you just pointed out.
Yes.
Stephanie McCarron said, yeah, you dominated other brands. I've dominated packets.
I mean, of course there's a little bit of respect there, but this is about competition. This is about being the best. Stephanie McCarron, she came all the way across the water for this championship, and she's not going to let anybody take it away from her.
Healthy show of respect for those here in attendance. And, McCarron called Grace her toughest challenge. Is that an insight to the mind of what Jordan Grace is thinking? We talk about the atmosphere, but it's also the opponent.
I have no reason to doubt Stephanie McCarron's assessment. If she says Jordan Grace is her toughest challenge, then we might as well start treating Jordan Grace as McCarron's toughest challenge.
Oh my god. Nice back suplex as we have hit officially 200 minutes on the live. Oh my god. Oh no shit.
Give us some sound effects now, look! I'm not talking about that one. Jordan Grace just burned a hole in Booker as she's trying to put her fist right through the champion so that she can finally achieve her destiny. Jordan can't afford to waste any time here. Utilize these valuable moments. She's continuing to inflict punishment on the Dark Angel, but she's in trouble. Jordan knows she has to get Stephanie McMahon back into the ring. It's the only way she can win the NXT Women's Championship here tonight at Battleground in Tampa. Hell of a counter into the cover. Will it be enough? And a near fall. You okay over there, Bookie? A cold shower or something?
I mean, come on, man. Come on. What the hell was that all
What
about?
do you mean, what the hell is it about? Grace pointed out it's a great counter. What a challenge. It was astoundingly brilliant. That was maybe the most impressive thing I've seen from Jordan Grace thus far. I mean that.
Grace over what? What she got against me? What she got against me?
Got nothing to do against you, but here's what you say every week. She's trying to prove a point to you, prove a point to the world, and prove a point to Stephanie McMahon right now. And the back of the care Grace went right off of our monitors. This again is sound strategy by the challenger. So continuing to hold the hole. I love this. Utilize the full 5 seconds allotted by the official. I like what we're seeing out of Jordan Grace. She obviously understands the assignment tonight. She's not going to let this opportunity slip through her fingers. But think about what we just saw in the last match with Channing Stacks, Lorenzo, and Tony D'Angelo, the ribs. How much any damage to your core can affect every aspect of your offense and defense in this ring. You know, Booker, I think there's something else important to bring up here. Corey wasn't here last year, but at this same event, it was Jordan Grace who crossed the line, challenged Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. Grace couldn't get it done on that night, Grace. Does that add any more fuel to her fire tonight? Listen, I think every time that Jordan Grace, oh, good man! Every time she's ever come up short, which isn't frequent in her career, she's a master at utilizing failure as fuel, moving from it, getting better at it, improving your game each and every night out. That's what it takes.
I mean, Jordan Grace, she's a multi-time on the TNA champion. Right now, she's here to capture the NXT champion. I'm sure she's got her sights Raw and SmackDown as well. But it starts right here tonight against Stephanie McMahon.
And the Juggernaut with a big slam looking for. Looking for that Vader bomb out of the corner. McCarran able to roll out of the way. They say if the devil is showing aces, be careful how you play your hand. That might be very important for Jordan Grace as we go through the deep waters of this matchup. Has watched McCarran closely for years. One of the athletes she wanted to face when she chose NXT. Right now,
Shit. Armbar applied.
referee in great spot, great position. And McCarran right now flying through the air with a high cross body. And seemingly that momentum shift has come right back to the way of the champion. Eat the beat, put Grace on Dream Street, and follow in with a close.
Stephanie is digging real deep right now, showing why she became double champion here in NXT so quickly.
Jordan Grace wanted to face this truly.
Chat, I'm not seeing myself getting through to the main event. Fuck me.